travel down here to take on the Sholo Cougars. The helicopter just landed, unloaded the Cougar mascot. I'm joined here in the stadium by my cohort, Hugh the Neck Keeler. Neck, how are you?
Doing well, John. It's a beautiful night here, and can't wait to see this ball game get underway.
In years of old, I went to school here at Sholo, and we didn't have a powerhouse of a team. Town was a lot smaller then, but Blue Ridge was a lot smaller then too. But they were dominant. They had the dominant team for a number of years. Well, most teams dominated us here at Cholo for some reason. Oh, how things have changed. And it's kind of sad, but the Yellowjackets find themselves going through a rebuilding season. We call it a rebuilding season. I'm really not so sure. The numbers are so low. I'm not really sure what's going on at Blue Ridge. Coach Bob London, a lifetime resident of the White Mountains, a lifetime alumni and everything up there, Blue Ridge, is the athletic director and the head coach, and it has to be frustrating for him with what they're going through up there, Blue Ridge.
Especially after a promising season last season. So he had a younger group last season, and this year I'm sure he expected to have a different team coming out here, but it's just been a somewhat of a disappointing season for Coach London and the kids there at the Yellowjackets. And with us looking at this as the powerhouse of Sholo, on paper we look at it and we see that this is possibly a blowout situation here. But we also know at the same point in time these two teams are big rivals, and that always, no matter who's usually the lower one, it's somewhat of a team's going to come out, and any given Friday something can happen.
It is Friday night, and so you can never rule out anybody. I think the Jackets are really pretty dangerous because they're hungry, and they can do anything. I had the opportunity to interview Coach Bob London yesterday. Actually, yesterday I got on with him finally. Everybody's on fall break, so it's hard to get a hold of everybody. Coach Bob London was happy to join me, and we had a conversation. In that conversation, Coach London said he's upset for his kids because they come out here and bust their butts day in and day out, give just as much dedication and time and practice as these other teams. And if you look at the record, a couple touchdowns and they're 2-0 in the division instead of 0-2. You know what I'm saying? It's not, they've had some blowout games where they've gotten beat, but they haven't been games that counted. Couple touchdowns and they could be 2-0. It could be a different story. So I think we're looking for a good game tonight.
I think so too. In my days of playing ball and stuff in high school, if we were bad or our rival was bad, it didn't matter. The minute we started playing each other, it was one of those games that we all got up for, and it was definitely a battle at that point in time.
You're absolutely right. We're fixing to get underway here. The Cougars are going to be receiving the ball here. Start off this game, James, a working man. Turner's back there. It's going to be a short kickoff. It's going to go out of bounds. That's going to move the ball up to, the 35?
Yeah, it'll be punted at 35. I'm not sure why they're worried about kicking it deep, either to Cody Irwin or James Turner there, when you got Jason Brown in front of him.
Yeah.
Or Cole Gardner, two of the top stars here for the Sholo Cougars. But as I look out in the field and I see the numbers there, it looks like the Sholo Cougars are almost at full health now.
They're getting close. I think we're going to see some limited action out of Weston Speed Racer Kimes. He's getting better, still not 100%. They got Skylar Jane back. Jason Brown, like you said, is about 90%. I don't think we'll see him all night long, but we're going to see some. It's going to be a handoff right there, going to the far side. That looks like maybe Weston Kimes. Weston Speed Racer Kimes right there.
Yeah, Weston Kimes took the handoff from the Rhett Reisdorf and quickly shot off outside the tight end to pick up a 3 yards on that play. But John Crisimoto is also back suited up tonight as well.
Yes, he is. Crisimoto's back. He's about 80%. He's eager to play. We're going to see what happens here. Reisdorf, once again, shotgun position. Imagine that. They're going to stack up three of them here on the near side. One split out wide on the near side. Lone back. Going to hand it off to that lone back coming this way. That's James, the working man, Turner.
And James Turner basically takes the inside handoff from Rhett Reisdorf. shoots up right outside the right tackle and quickly makes a move to cut up field, pick up another 3 on the play.
There you go, nice pickup for Turner. I like these games because it brings out a lot of family. You see people you haven't seen in a long time. The Seaman's right there. Lifelong school teacher, Mrs. Seaman. Always a pleasure to see her. She's taught half this mountain school, and we're grateful for it. What happened there? I missed that one.
Yeah, they lined up in a power I formation, handed off to Jason Brown, who was back as the tailback. He's able to move forward just enough to just cross the 45-yard line for the first down.
So the Air Reisdorf era starts out with run, run, run here. Kind of crazy. Reisdorf in the shotgun position. 3 split out to the far side. 2 to the near side. Quick pass to Reedhead. It's going to get pushed out of bounds immediately. It's going to be pick up about.
It depends on where they mark it. If it's his right foot or left foot out there in the middle there, we'll have to see. Pick up a 5 on the quick play outside to Jake Reedhead.
Just that quick route right there. Works good and quick. They're going to split Reedhead out here to the near side once again. 3 to the far side. Reisdorf looking to go to the far side. And I couldn't see who that was over there.
I think that was
Dominic Cerna is going to be your receiver.
Yeah. Got exactly another first down there, so that was the pickup of 4 yards on that pass play.
Yes, sir.
It was a wide receiver screen.
Move those chains. Here comes the Cougar. They're going to get the chains moved. Reisdorf, shotgun position. Looks like everybody's in up tight. We got one receiver to the far side. Rolling out here to the near side, looking to pass the ball. Oh! Cold and Notary Gardner. That's a mental error right there. He just wanted to run before he completely had a hold of the ball.
You know, John, that's pretty close there to be a fumble, actually. He
There
had the ball, and it looked like he took about 2 steps before he dropped the ball. So
you're right.
So the Cougars were lucky at that point in time. They called that an incomplete pass.
Looked like he made a football move to me. So here comes Reisdorf, shotgun, 2 to the near side, 1 to the far side. Rolling out to the near side, looking to pass the ball. Got his man right there. That is going to be
number 44.
Garrett Lynn, number 44. That's going to pick up about close to 8. 7.5.
Yeah, 7.5. We'll go with
7.35268. Comes Reisdorf, shotgun, 2 to the near side. 3 split out to the far side. Looking for that quick pass. In and out of the hands of Reedhead. He lucky he didn't get intercepted right there.
Yeah,
bounced off him. Number 62 had a chance to catch that one.
Yeah, that was in and out of the hands of Reedhead and went off the helmet of number 4, Trayson Edgerkin, and almost bounced into there for an interception. They might have him a little short there, line up in the power I formation. Jason Brown came through. I think they're going to be inches short based on how they spot it. So I think this is going to end up being Blue Ridge ball. Is when you look at the ball had to be at least a full length away. I'm pretty sure this is a turnover on downs, as Jason Brown did not pick up the yardage he needed. So we'll see as the referees come out and measure, and sure enough, they are about a whole football short.
Right at it, but just, yep, you're going to turn the ball over on downs. So it's going to be 1st and 10, so we're going to get our first look at the Blue Ridge offense. See, a lot of people would never expected that right off the bat. First offensive possession, the Cougars turn it over on down. It's anybody's Friday. That's just the way it works. You never know what's going to happen. We could see something good out of the Jackets offense right here. This could get them psyched up. Here we go. Wilkeny up under center. Going to hand it off. Tries to go up the middle. It's going to be a short pickup there. Cougars are all over that.
Yeah, quick handoff. Shot right up the middle there. Pickup of, looks like about 2.5, possibly 3. See where they mark it. Almost 3. It was 2 and 9/10.
Here comes the Jackets back to the line of scrimmage. Wilkeny going up under center. Got everybody in the backfield. Going to pitch it right there to number 17. That is Colton Penrod.
Yeah, he took the pitch there, went around the outside of the tight end on that formation there. Pickup of 2 by Colton Penrod.
Dylan Gabbard in on the stop there for the Cougars. Here comes Wilkeny back up to the line of scrimmage, up under center. Gonna hand it off up the middle. Hey, good. Oh, Penrod's gonna lose the ball.
I think they're gonna say Penrod was down. Yeah, referees, both the linesmen there of the referees came in and said he was down, and I believe that's actually right there, because as he was falling down, he hit his back on the ground, and when he did, that's when the ball came loose.
Oh,
that was a pickup of 8 on the play by Colton Penrod.
I'll tell you who can see that real good is all of you who are tuned in right now to KWKM.com. That's KWKM.com, watching live HD streaming. Looky there. They're going to get through the backfield on that handoff. What number is that?
That was number 56 that shot in the back.
56. That's Jose Ortiz.
Loss of 3 on the play there by Colton Penrod as Dylan Gabbard got in the back.
They got the... No, I was looking at the wrong team there. That's why I didn't see Gabbard. Here comes Wilkeny up under center. Gonna hand it off, coming to the near side, cuts back up. Gonna get about just past the original line of scrimmage.
Yeah, Luis Rosales there takes the handoff. They're lining up in the same power I formation. Takes the handoff, comes the near side off tackle, and pick up a 4 on the play.
They've been sticking with that power eye all night, thus far all night. Gonna see if they're gonna go into it once again up under center. There's the snap. Gonna pitch it, going to the far side. Got some running room. Gonna be close to a first down.
Yeah, Luis Rosales took that pitch there that time and went far around there in a full sweep. They're gonna mark it down. Looks like at the 44-yard line of Sholo. It's gonna put him 2 yards short. That's a pickup of 7 on the play.
Let's see. Dylan Gabbard's that's a 3rd tackle in a row for Gabbard. There's a handoff up the middle, bouncing off the defenders there. Gonna pick up about, depends on where they mark it, looks like about 4.
That'd be a pickup about 5 or, see the market has a pickup of 6 on the play.
And move the chain.
Penrod, again, that power I formation comes right off tackle off the left side and able to pick up some yardage. Another first down for the
6.5 minutes remaining here, and the Jackets are moving the ball. Cougars showing blitz. Gonna hand it off going to the far side to Penrod.
Let's see when they move it. Yeah, Colton Penrod, he comes up, saw no room, bounced to the outside. Pick up a 1 on the play.
So we're going to show 2nd and 9 here. The Jackets are running that quick offense. Not taking much time right there. They go to the sideline. Wilkeny does to get a play called in. Lined up in that same power formation. Here he goes, going to pitch it. Coming here to the near side, Penrod. He's going to be brought down. Main man at the bottom right there is going to be... They said Cerna. I thought Garrett Lynn was at the bottom of the pile.
Yeah, no pickup on the play there. I think they gave him basically 6 inches, but not enough to move the chains too much there. Brings up 3rd down for the Blue Ridge.
3rd and 9. It's a little under 5.5 minutes remaining here in the first quarter. Jackets trying to move it. They're going to have to move it good right here. Same formation. Going to look at him pass the ball. Rolling out to the far side. There's a pass.
And that's going to be picked up by number 44, Garrett Lynn.
Garrett Lynn in there for the interception. Beautiful. It's going to be 1st and 10. Sholo. That's got to be disheartening for the Jackets after moving the ball down the field the way they did. Ended up with 3rd and long, had to air it out, and then throwing an interception. What a disappointment.
Yeah, Spencer Wilkeny had him wide open. He just never got himself set to throw the ball and kind of threw it off balance, and when he did, the ball just kind of went straight up in the air and allowed Garrett Lynn to be able to come back and make the play.
Here comes the Cougars. Shotgun rolling out here to the near side. Has two receivers looking to pass the ball. Reedhead's going to try to come back to it. They're going to say yes. Move those chains. 1st and 10. Cougars.
That was a 14-yard pass play there from Rhett Reisdorf to Jake Reedhead.
Right along the sidelines there. Reedhead catches the ball and keeps his feet in. Cougars are hurrying up here.
Beautiful catch by Reedhead there as he dove for it and was able
There's
to
a flag.
Wow. Now I'm not sure about that one. And we had the two referees here and the back judge and the sideline linesman there who were both right on it. And they threw no flag. And after the play late, the referee himself from behind the quarterback decides he's going to throw the flag in. Oh, as a face mask. Oh, so that's going to be a personal foul. Move that ball 15 yards from the spot of the foul, which will end up being a 21-yard penalty, I believe.
We let the crowd influence us there as far as the pass interference call. We got influenced by the crowd, and it is actually a face mask.
See where they mark this?
That's going to hurt the Jackets there. That's going to move the ball out to the 37-yard line.
Apparently that is not a spot foul. That is a 15-yard penalty from the line of scrimmage.
So here comes Reisdorf in his offense, shotgun position, 2 to the far side, 2 to the near side. There's some scrambling going on over there, and the Cougars going to take a timeout. So just under 5 minutes remaining here, we're going to take a 30-second timeout. We'll be right back to the Power 95.7 Hot FM Game of the Week presented by Sholo Ford.
Hey guys, who wants pizza?
Pizza Factory is the real best place for pizza and Italian cuisine. It's been a staple in the White Mountain community for 24 years. They have something for mom, dad, and the kiddos, like a huge arcade and 3 big flat screen TVs. Pizza Factory is open 7 days a week with a buffet Monday through Friday, daily specials, and a salad bar. They are now scheduling birthday, team, or graduation parties, pastas, calzones, specialty pizzas, and more. We toss them, they're awesome. Pizza Factory in the Old Town Square Plaza in Sholo, 537-7771.
Back to the Power 95.7 Hot FM Game of the Week presented by Sholo Ford. Coming to you live from Cougar Stadium here, where the Blue Ridge Yellowjackets have come down to take on the Sholo Cougars. Blue Ridge, their first offensive possession, drove the ball down the field. Bam, 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 move the chains, till they got 3rd and long. Tried to force the pass play and got an interception. Got to be disheartening for the Jackets coming down here. The Cougars, after the timeout, Reisdorf from the shotgun, 3 to the far side, 2 to the near side, looking to pass the ball, has a deep man. Bam. Cody Irwin, another fumble. Cody Irwin is down. Cody Irwin got hit hard. He caught the ball, turned to run with it, got hit hard. Ball comes out. It gets picked up by Garrett Lynn. Garrett Lynn is running towards the far sidelines, gets hit, and loses the ball again.
And Blue Ridge ball back at about their own 18.
Blue Ridge ball, but we have a injured Cougar. Cody Irwin is down on the field. A lot of the coaches out there to look at him. We're going to go back to the studio and take a 1-minute timeout. You're listening to the Power 95.7 Hot FM Game of the Week presented by Sholo Ford.
We're here so you don't have to quit fishing or tell the grandkids you can't keep up with them anymore. Wouldn't it be nice to get back in the gym again or be able to play a full 18 like the old days?
Summit Healthcare offers this active community the latest in orthopedic procedures. Whether it's a sports injury, total joint replacement, or something else, have your surgery and rehab right here at home.
Get the most out of life again. Visit summithealthortho.net today.
Face it, when you're feeling frustrated with slow internet, it shows.
So stream without the buffering with Cable One high-speed internet. It has up to 100 megabits of blazing speed, and that's faster than those other internet guys. So no matter how many devices you have on at the same time, it's always fast. And that speed, that's written all over your face.
Cable One, the face of fast.
Sholo Ford, where the Sholo Cougars are hosting the Blue Ridge Yellowjackets. Sholo on their second offensive possession right there Cody Irwin catches the ball on a beautiful pass by Reisdorf, turns and starts to run, gets hit hard, loses the ball. Garrett Lynn picks it up, runs about another 10 yards to the far side of the field, gets hit, he fumbles, and it's 1st and 10 Jackets on the, 17-yard line down there, Hugh?
It was marked at the 17, yes. Got a no pickup on the play in that last handoff there to Luis Rosales, just enough to get back to the line of scrimmage.
You know, if you could have bet some Vegas lines on this game, you'd have made a lot of money to guess that the Cougars have had 2 offensive possessions here and turned it over on downs and turned it over on a turnover. The Jackets are close to having as many yards as the Cougars right now.
Yeah, quick handoff there to number 24, Julio Rangel. He lined up as the fullback. Quick handoff to him. He shoots up the middle. Picks up 7 on that play.
I never would have thought the Jackets' total offense thus far would be pretty close to the Cougars. Here comes the Jackets. Wilkeny up under center. We got flags going everywhere.
Yeah,
I believe it's going to go against the Jackets.
Running back in the power eye on the far side there decides he's just going to flinch just a little bit. A 5-yard penalty against him.
You know, we had the opportunity to cover the Jackets early in the season, and we didn't see this run like this out of the Jackets early in the season. So they've adapted and trying to get back to the basics and try to get something to work here for them. That's good coaching to change your whole game plan like that, you know?
Well, if you can run the ball, you're going to open up the passing lanes there by getting everybody in the box.
Exactly right. Here comes a designated Wilkeny run here. And he's going to pick up about...
He's going to pick up about 6 on that play.
Still going to bring up 4th down. Going to bring up 4th and...
Should be 4th.
What, a 4th and a 4? 4th and a long 3?
4th and 3, yeah. They basically took away the spot that he had at the 26-yard line, moved him back to the 25, so only a 5-yard gain on that.
So the punt formation comes out. Looks like Reedhead's going to be back to return the punt here. Reedhead's back at about the 41-yard line. Here comes the punt. Oh, he's going to get a heck of a boot, too. Reedhead's going to get it. Try to get around that one person. Well, he can't shirt tackle him. Reedhead's still on his feet going to the far side of the field. Still going. Going to get pushed out of bounds at about they run a long ways for it to get back to where he got the ball.
He almost got around the corner, wasn't able to, and it was luck enough for the Blue Ridge Yellowjackets that the one guy who originally hit him was able to hold on to his jersey for a little bit to allow the rest of the crew to come in and make sure he couldn't get outran, and he ends up running about 60 yards to come exactly back to where he
got the ball. The would-be tackler grabbed a hold of his jersey and spun him, almost got him down. Reed had yanked his hand off, ran to the far side of the field, still just to get back to where he originally caught the ball. Here comes Reisdorf, going to hand it off, coming here to the near side. Shakes off one tackler, but gets brought down by 2 Jackets right at about the line of scrimmage.
Actually, it's going to be about a yard loss on that play. As Colton Penrod got in the backfield real quick. So that was a loss of 1.
I'm showing it's still the same. Wait, oh, no, I'm looking at the wrong one. Hey. Hey, don't go there. I was looking at the wrong flag there.
You doubt me?
Just under 2 minutes. Here comes Reisdorf from the shotgun. Looking to pass the ball. Looking to that's going to get a flag. That was a tackle before the ball could even get to Cody Irwin there.
Yeah, Colton Penrod was basically trying to cut in front of the receiver to pick off the ball. Instead, the receiver got to the spot before he could and ends up as an interference call.
That was quite there was no question about the interference call on that one. We have just under 2 minutes remaining here in the first quarter. We're scoreless. Show Low Cougars 0, Blue Ridge Yellowjackets 0.
Although, John, you know, if the Show Low Cougars were ASU or the Arizona Cardinals, that wouldn't have been a pass interference.
No, you're right.
They are not getting those calls this year.
No. But I'll tell you what about fantasy football. I put in that big bad receiver for the Cardinals with Carson Palmer coming back this week. Reisdorf looking to pass. Has Reed it. Gonna catch the ball. Reed didn't even think it was gonna make it to him, and it did.
See where they marked this down at.
Move those chains, and that's gonna be a pickup of
Looks like it's a pickup of 16 on that pass play.
16 yards for Reedhead there. We have 136 remaining and counting remaining here in the first quarter.
That ball was almost picked off by the Yellow Jacket. He cut in front, and he had good hands there by Reedhead being able to pull the ball in and away from him.
Double coverage too. Reedhead didn't even think he was going to make to him, I don't think. Here comes Reisdorf, shotgun, lone back. 3 stacked up over there on the far side, 1 on the near side, which is Reedhead. Going to be a quick pattern and out of bounds. Pickup of about, depends on where they mark it.
It'll be a pickup of about 1.5 on the play. As they tried to get the ball out to Reedhead quick, they figured he'd be able to because the defender was playing off.
They're showing more than 1.5 down there on that.
Yeah.
Showing a pickup of about 3.5.
Somehow that ball got moved a lot further.
So pickup of 3. Here comes Reisdorf, shotgun, lone back. That looks like my man right there, Weston Speed Racer Kimes.
Weston Kimes going to be a pickup. See how they had that marked? That should have been a pickup of 6, but as they're showing there 2 yards ago, that's only a pickup of 5.
So that's
I'm wondering if the sticks were wrong.
Gonna leave 3rd and 2. Got 2 receivers split out to the far side, 1 to the near side, lone back. There's a snap, gonna hand it off. That's the Speed Racer right up the middle. That's gonna move the chains. First down, Western Kimes.
So that's gonna be a pickup of about 4 on the play. As Weston Kimes takes the handoff, shoots straight up the middle. Pickup of 5.
So they're gonna mark it 1st and 10 on about the 16-yard line. First quarter's fixing to come to an end here. With the score, Shoalo Cougars 0, Blue Ridge Yellowjackets 0. We'll be right back to the second quarter. We're going to go back for a 1-minute timeout. You're listening to the Power 95.7 Hot FM Game of the Week, presented by Shoalo Ford.
Get a delicious start to your day at Persnickity's. From hearty breakfast burritos to ham and eggs to biscuits and gravy to brown sugar French toast, Persnickity's is sure to satisfy. Lunchtime offers a variety of salads, sandwiches, and daily specials. You won't be able to resist their mouth-watering sweets, including their giant specialty cupcakes. If you can't leave the office, Persnickity's offers free delivery to local businesses from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. Monday through Saturday. Call 928-251-1965. Persnickity's on the east end of the Deuce in Shoalo.
When you live on the mountain, you have access to the trusted doctors that you and your family need right here at home. Summit Healthcare has brought more physicians and specialties to the area than ever before. From primary care to orthopedics, cardiology, women's care, and much more. You no longer need to look anywhere else. And with offices conveniently located throughout the White Mountains, our doctors are nearby. So next time you need a doctor, turn to Summit Healthcare.
Hot FM Game of the Week presented by Shoalo Ford, coming to you from Cougar Stadium, where it's, I know, let's hear me close. I know you're going to think I'm lying to you. We're going into the second quarter here. The Shoalo Cougars 0 and the Blue Ridge Yellowjackets 0. The Cougars are threatening to score now. They have the ball on the 16-yard line, start off the second quarter. Man went in motion for the Cougars, and flags come from everywhere. You're going to say encroachment against the Jackets, and that's going to move the Cougars a little bit further down the field. If they give odds on high school games, you could have made some money saying the first quarter would have been scoreless. What do you think?
You know, I think somebody would have took that bet, though, and would have made a fortune.
Absolutely. I think you're right. So the Cougars looking to get on the scoring track here. Reisdorf, shotgun. One split out to the far side, which is Reedhead. Gonna hand it, coming off to the near side, and the Jackets are all over that one. We do have flags on the play, but the Jackets read that one perfect.
I think we might be getting a hold against Blue Ridge, but we'll have to wait to see. So they go. If not, that's going to be a loss of Looks like a loss of 10 on the play.
The officials are trying to sort it out, and I think
it is against Sholo.
They're going to point it towards Sholo. And so I would think it'd be a holding call trying to keep him from tackling Weston Kimes in the backfield.
Now, the Sholo Cougars are getting a little bit of a break where they're marking the ball, saying that that's forward progress, but we'll have to wait to see. If I was Coach London, I would go through, decline the penalty, and take the loss and the down, make it second down. But
I would too, but it's going to back them up, going to back the Cougars up to the 30-yard line. So that's going to bring up first down and...
down at 25, 26. I'm not sure why they would take that, but hey, I got an update here, John, there. I got Round Valley 7, Thatcher 0.
Round Valley Elks still rolling. Here come the Cougars, Reisdorf shotgun position, 2 to the far side, 1 to the near side, single back, looking to pass the ball. There's the ball, and Reisdorf's going to way out throw Reedhead on that one.
Yeah, the closest person out there was a Yellowjacket. Trying to catch the number out there, the gentleman. Can't see the last digit of it, but he had kept on at number 10. Not sure if that's Corey Enfield or Jimmy Benton.
I see what you're saying there.
I think it's probably Corey, Jimmy Benton probably, but incomplete pass could have been picked up.
If I can see him up close, I can tell you, because I covered Enfield in baseball a lot. There's the snap. Reisdorf looking to the far side. Pump fakes. Under pressure. And he's going to be brought down for a big loss there.
Yeah, he'll be brought down. Looks like that might be a 5-yard loss. We'll have to see where they mark this.
The Jackets are looking good back there on those receivers. Reisdorf scrambling, looking for a place to pass the ball. So the Cougars went from scoring position up there just a minute ago. Now they're all the way back here at the 33-yard line?
Yeah, they started down. They started 1st and 10 at the 16, got an offside, so it's first and 5 at the 11, and now it's 3rd and 10, 20, 28 from the 32.
So the conductor's going to rally his troops, shotgun position, 2 to the near side, 1 to the far side, rolling out here to the near side, looking past the ball, turn around and dump it off the other way, and the Jackets are all over that.
And I think that's going to be another loss of probably about 2 more yards on that play.
So I'm going to make a prediction right here. I say the Cougars do not punt the ball. Cougars do not punt the ball. They don't believe in punting. They don't say the P word in the Cougar locker room. So
let's see if the full fundamentals here for the Blue Ridge Yellowjackets cornerbacks, if they have a chance to intercept the ball, if they just knock it down and take the ball back here at the 34 instead of taking it where they might catch it.
So the conductor, Rhett Reisdorf, comes over to get the game plan. Back on the field, shotgun position. Everybody going deep. Reisdorf's going to bomb it. Has a man. In and out of the hands of Garrett Lynn, I think.
I think that's just Kime. Oh, 36.
Cody Irwin over there in the end zone. Beautiful pass. And the Jackets are going to take over on downs once again. 9:53 remaining here in the first half. Score tied 0-0. And the Cougars turn the ball over on downs again.
Like I said, John, it's one of those things that when you get 2 big rivalry teams going at each other, it doesn't matter what the record was or what the record is during the season. They're going to come out and play, and that's exactly what we're seeing here is the Blue Ridge Yellowjackets are definitely playing the team that they used to be.
I don't think I've been drinking, but I feel like I have. Oh, here we got a flag coming in already.
I think we're going to get a hold here.
So I believe the Jackets are going to get backed up here. 9:44 remaining here in the first half. And it's going to go against the Jackets. Out to back them up 5. That'll bring up first down and 15 for the Jackets. The ball now is marked right out about the 30-yard line.
Yeah, I'm not sure why they allowed that play to run. They should
I
have
don't
stopped
know
that
of a
play
lot of
ahead of
stuff.
time.
Don't ask me. So here comes the Jackets. Wilkeny from shotgun now. 3 receivers split to the near side. 1 to the far side looking to pass the ball. And going to way out throw his would-be intended receiver right there. That's Luis Rosales, and that's going to bring up second down and 15. Just got too anxious. Threw that ball a little bit too quick out there. Didn't give the play a chance to open up.
Yeah, Luis Rosales was wide open. All he had to do was put some air underneath the ball and get it out there, and could have been a nice pickup, but instead it's second down.
There's Wilkeny, shotgun, and going to run a designated run play, even with the receiver split way out wide here. And that's going to be a minimal pickup.
Might be a pickup at 2 yards. Let's see where they mark it. I think they're going to mark it right on the 30. He had him stop further back, but Wilkeny was able to spin around and get to the outside and pick up 2 yards on that play.
That's Jamie the Spider Webb over there on the far side of the Cougar defense. And on that stop, it's going to bring up third and about 14. We'll give him one. Wilkeny brings his troops to the line. 3 to the near side, 1 to the far side. Rolling out to the near side. Has some running room. Take advantage of it. Still on his feet. Going to be brought down. Not before he gets the first down by Dominic Cerna.
Has a pickup of 20 on that play by Wilkeny. Drops back to pass. Everybody splits out and stuff. And the pocket was beautifully held there by the Yellowjacket line. And all of a sudden it opened up in the middle. Wilkeny just shot up right up the middle for 20-yard pickup.
So he rolls out looking. Everybody thinks he's going to pass. He's got the 3 receivers split out here to the near side. Rolls out that way looking to pass. Sees a hole you could drive a truck through. I said that about Wilkeny when we first covered him. I saw a lot of promise in Wilkeny. That handoff's going to go right up the middle for no gain.
That should be exactly that. No gain by Colton Penrod. As the whole defensive line for Sholo was back there.
I made a big deal out of Wilkeny when we first covered him against Page. I said there at the end where they almost drove the ball, he took control of his team. I said it looked like he had a lot of promise. I was a little confused when they've been struggling so much, but we just saw what Wilkeny can do. He's got a good head on his shoulders.
Yeah, we got another false start against illegal procedure against the offense on this one.
We want to remind everybody we have Dan the Man Grubner on the movie camera up top there. Big Jesse Gallardo running the computer so you can watch it in live HD action at kwkm.com. Call your relatives across the country. Tell them to log on, kwkm.com. You can watch this game right here as we're watching it in live HD action. They're going to hand it off, going to the far side, and that's not going to get much either.
Yeah, Spencer Wilkeny fakes the handoff on that one and quickly decides he's going to follow up beside and ends up again, no gain on that play. And now they are starting to sputter out here on their own again.
The Cougars, every home game, they have a dedication for the game, and we'll get back to that in just a minute. I'll tell you what's going on there. Here comes Wilkeny up under center. Going to fake the handoff to the far side, keep it himself. And I think that's probably the Spider over there on the tackle. That's going to bring up 4th and long. It's punt time.
Yeah, pick up a 2, I think. These are where they mark at. Pick up a 1.5. We'll give them an extra half yard there. So pick up a 2 by Spencer Wilkeny.
So have these dedications. They do it to the mother first home game. Your player gets up, talks about the mother and stuff. Had the opportunity to go tonight because of his father. My son Jake plays here. They're in the punt formation. We'll get back to it. Here comes the punt. Reedhead is back, and that was going to be a short punt, straight in the air. Whoa. And that's going to be a short punt. They're going to down that baby at about the 37-yard line?
Yeah, see where they mark it. Who knows?
Where they mark it right
there.
They
got 2 officials in 2 different places here. But, yes, gets marked right at the 37. And he basically short-kicked that when he was worried about it being blocked and went straight up in the air instead of distance that time.
You're absolutely right. So back to they had the dedication night, and Coach Randy Reisdorf brought 2 special guests. He brought his father, and he brought his grandfather. Grandfather's like 85 years old. He's a member of the Motorsports, the Racing Hall of Fame for the state of Arizona. He raced dirt tracks. There's Reisdorf getting handed off, going up the middle there. That looked more like Emoto. Nope, that's going to be Weston Speed Racer Kimes again. Anyways, Grandpa, 85 years old. and a concert pianist. I was impressed. I mean, he broke out on the piano, played us a song. It was rather inspirational to see an 85-year-old man and to see him honored by his grandson. It was heartwarming. I didn't mean to interrupt the game, but I had to share that. I was touched. So here comes his great-grandson, the conductor, Rhett Reichdorf, with his offense. Two split out here to the near side, one to the far side. Looking to pass to the near side. Had his man, Cole, the notary, Gardner, move the chains. First down, Cougars.
That's going to be a pickup of 12 on that pass play.
Mark it just over midfield, just over the 50-yard line here. First and 10, Cougars. 5.5 minutes remaining here in the first half. Reichdorf shotgun, one to the near side, two split out to the far side, lone back. There's a snap, going to hand it off. I believe that's James, the working man Turner.
That should be, depending on where they marked that, a pickup of, well, they're just going to give him right there at the 35, pickup of 15.
James, the working man Turner, coming in there with the burst of speed. If you don't see him right off the bat, he'll get right by you. He doesn't delay his runs.
He is a fast little man.
So here comes Reichdorf, shotgun position, and it's going to be timeout. Blue Ridge, we're going to go back to the studio for a 30-second timeout. You're listening to the Power 95.7 Hot FM Game of the Week.
You're clear.
Black Diamond Auto Glass provides the finest full-service mobile and in-shop glass repair services, from free chip repair to windshield replacement, tinting, and more. We're here to pamper you and your car.
Black Diamond Auto Glass. Yeah.
We know cars and trucks at Williams Brothers Auto Service. Our certified mechanics employ today's latest automotive technology and are equipped to handle all major and minor auto repair services on foreign and domestic vehicles. Locations in Show Low and Snowflake.
Presented by Sholo Ford. This is, maybe that's why I can't remember anything. I'm going so crazy here. I never expected it. 5 minutes and 6 seconds remaining here in the first half of the ball game. The Jackets have traveled down here to take on the Cougars. Cougars are undefeated. Jackets have been struggling this year in a rebuilding season, and the score is 0-0. Cougars have the ball on the, just inside the 30. No. Hey. Here comes Reichdorf, shotgun position. Gonna hand it off. James, the working man Turner, coming to the near side here, and he's close to first down there. Looks like he picks up about 10.
We'll have to see where they mark this ball. Just shy of the 30 of the 25, so
I'm looking at the number 2 past the yard marker, but what do I know? There's the snap. James, the working man Turner, still going. James, the working man Turner, is making good work in this defense.
Let's see where he gets to.
They're going to mark it at about the
6-yard line. That's pickup of 19 on the play.
So it's going to be first and goal for the Cougars. 4.5 minutes remaining here in the first half. There's the snap. James, the working man Turner, once again. Oh, looks like he stretched it out, but they're going to mark him down at about the 1-foot line.
Yeah, it seems like they're going to put the big guys back in, so we'll see how they go, but it seems like the Yellowjackets are kind of slow to operate here when they got a speedster in the backfield.
It's a different style run, and there's a snap. Going to hand it off to that Jason Brown.
Jason Brown, 1-yard touchdown.
That's big bad Jason Brown coming in there. They're going to hand it off, and he's into the promised land. Touchdown, Cougars. Here comes Cole, the notary, Gardner out. See if he's going to put his stamp of approval on it. So that first touchdown comes with 4 minutes and 7 seconds remaining here in the first half. That's a shocker for me. So the notary has his point after team out there. The officials are still trying to straighten out something. I'm not sure what. Not sure what the delay is out there. Here we go. Now we're going to get the whistle blown. Gardner's going to line up. Reisdorf gets it down. There's the boot. It's up, and it's good. So with just a little bit over 4 minutes remaining here in the first half, it's Sholo 7, Blue Ridge nothing. We're going to go back to the studio for 30-second timeout. You're listening to the Power 95.7 Hot FM Game of the Week, presented by Sholo Ford.
Hey guys, who wants pizza?
Pizza Factory is the real best place for pizza and Italian cuisine. It's been a staple in the White Mountain community for 24 years. They have something for mom, dad, and the kiddos, like a huge arcade and 3 big flat screen TVs. Pizza Factory is open 7 days a week with a buffet Monday through Friday, daily specials, and a salad bar. They are now scheduling birthday, team, or graduation parties, pastas, calzones, specialty pizzas, and more. We toss them, they're awesome. Pizza Factory in the Old Town Square Plaza in Sholo, 537-7771.
Welcome back to the Power 95.7 Hot FM Game of the Week, presented by Sholo Ford, coming to you live from Cougar Stadium, where it's taken until almost halftime for the Sholo Cougars to get points on the board here against the Blue Ridge Yellowjackets. Coach Bob London and the coaching staff and the Blue Ridge Yellowjackets have to be, even though they're down by 7, have to be extremely pleased with what they've done so far this first half.
You know, they hung in there pretty good. It just seems like they're just kind of having a little difficulty with the speed. So the James Turner there and his speed there is just kind of hard for them to adjust to after them trying to get used to the big power backs for the Sholo
You're
Cougars.
exactly right. That different style running seems to have caught them off guard. There's the kick. It's going to go off the hands and into the end zone of, who's that, Penrod? Is that Rosales over there? I can't see. Either way, it's going to go into the end zone. They're going to spot the ball on the 20-yard line. So the Jackets are going to take over right there. What you were just saying is exactly right. It seems like even though Weston Kynes has been the Cougars' dominant running back, obviously, until he got hurt, it seems like the different style of running has really caught the Jackets off guard. It seems like they just can't adapt to it.
I don't know, can't adapt, just they're going to take them a while for that speed.
There you go. There's a would-be handoff, I believe, by Wilkeny right up the middle.
I'm not sure what that was. It looks like both of them went running into the pile with the ball.
Looked like one of them that he was going to pull back and keep coming this way, and both of them ended up with them holding on to the ball, so they both end up getting tackled with a pickup of about, we're going to call it 1 3/4 feet.
Oh, they actually gave him some yardage on that.
Yeah, they did. They give him, yeah.
A lot more than what that ball looks like, though.
It looks like it. Here comes Wilkeny up under center. Man in motion. There's the snap. Going to pitch it to the back. And he's going to be brought down quick. That is Luis Rosales back there.
Yeah, Crisamoto shot through the block, was able to get in the back and bring him down for, again, no gain.
Chris Quasimodo, good to say his name again. Moto coming off an injury. I think he's going to see limited action. I'm not sure he'll see any on offense from what I gathered from Coach Reisdorf, but he's going to get some defensive time here. So here comes Wilkeny. It's going to be 3rd down and looks like about 9. And looks like they're going to try to run it again. They're going to be brought down. It's going to bring up 4th down.
Yeah, Wilkeny faked the handoff, took it himself around the corner. See where they're going to mark this ball. So they mark it at about the 23, so a pickup of 3 on that play.
Going to bring up 4th and about, 7?
Yeah, 4th and 7. And
Cougars going to take a timeout. 2:43 remaining here. I would have thought the Jackets would have passed it. But we're going to go back to the studio for a 30-second timeout. You're listening to the Power 95.7 Hot FM Game of the Week, presented by Sholo Ford.
We're here so you don't have to quit fishing or tell the grandkids you can't keep up with them anymore. Wouldn't it be nice to get back in the gym again or be able to play a full 18 like the old days?
Summit Healthcare offers this active community the latest in orthopedic procedures. Whether it's a sports injury, total joint replacement, or something else, have your surgery and rehab right here at home.
Get the most out of life again. Visit summithealthortho.net today.
95.7 Hot FM Game of the Week, presented by Sholo Ford, streaming a live HD action at KWKM.com. That's KWKM.com. The Jackets looking to punt the ball, bobbles the ball. Reed had his back. to return it. It's going to be another line shot, short punt. And I think it's going to hit one of the Jackets in the back. And they're going to down the ball at about the 48-yard line.
Actually, it looked like it actually hit Garrett Lynn in his chest. And Sholo Cougars, I think, got a little lucky, but, you know, all happened so fast. And, of course, I'm probably about 50 yards from where it happened, so.
I just assumed it had to have hit a Jacket in the back because that would have been a live ball there. So,
well, he actually, when the ball bounced up, I thought it hit the Cougar, Lynn,
hey.
And the Yellowjacket gentleman was right there and grabbed the ball. But
2:35 remaining here in the first half. Reisdorf, shotgun, one split out to the far side, rolling out here to the near side, looking to pass the ball. Still looking. Good coverage by the Jackets. Reisdorf's going to be drugged down, but they lost him about, depending on where they spot it, about 4 or 5 yards.
Yeah, it'd be about 4.5-yard loss. Big number 89 for the Yellowjackets, which I don't have number 89, was able to get in the backfield to actually grab a hold of his sleeve and hold on to him, bring him down.
Cody Irwin couldn't get open down there for the Cougars. Good coverage by the Jackets defense there. Reisdorf just didn't have nowhere to go with the ball. So here he comes, Reisdorf, the conductor, up under center. Three split out to the far side. Quick pass to Reedhead. Still on his feet. Good run by Reedhead. He's going to pick up about...
I think that's going to be a pickup of 11 on the play.
Depending on where they spot the ball. We're going to bring up third and... I'm counting 4. The announcer says 5. I'm going to say picked up 11, too. So here comes Reisdorf. 3 split out here to the near side, 1 to the far side. Rolling out to the near side, looking to pass the ball. Still looking.
In and out of the hands.
Now the hands of
Dominic Cerna, looks like, number 17.
Dominic Cerna hit his hands and hit his chest. Just a little mental lapse there. Going to bring up 4th down for the Cougars. It's going to be 4th and about 4 for the Cougars.
I think they're going to go for it, John.
They never punt the ball. The Cougars, yeah. Oh, you're being a smart aleck with me, aren't you? You heard me say that already. That's not funny. I miss Cleo around here. I predict the future. I predict they're not going to punt. 1:50 remaining here in the first half. Stay tuned for the Black Diamond Auto Glass halftime show. Reisdorf, shotgun position, single back, and the Cougars going to take a timeout. With 1:50 remaining here, Cougars going to take a timeout. Cougars on top of the Blue Ridge Yellowjackets, 7-0. We're going to go back to the studio for a 30-second timeout. You're listening to the Power 95.7 Hot FM Game of the Week, presented by Sholo Ford.
Face it, when you're feeling frustrated with slow internet, it shows.
So stream without the buffering with Cable One high-speed internet. It has up to 100 megabits of blazing speed, and that's faster than those other internet guys. So no matter how many devices you have on at the same time, it's always fast. And that speed, that's written all over your face. Yes! Cable One, the face of fast.
Back to the Power 95.7 Hot FM Game of the Week, presented by Sholo Ford. It sounds like we're at a discotheque instead of a football game. Not real sure what's up with all this music.
This would be a rave.
A rave, okay.
A rave.
Discotheque, it's all
Discotheque's a little different.
I'm a little bit older. The score is Sholo Cougars 7, Blue Ridge 0. It's 4th and about 14 for the Cougars. No, it's 4th and 4. What am I saying? Gonna fake the handoff. Gonna pass it out here to Chris Quasimodo. In and out of the hands. Gonna turn the ball over once again on downs with 1:46 remaining. That's the 3rd time the Cougars have done that, turned it over on downs?
Yes, it is.
First possession, second possession, and then this one.
Actually, that would be the 4th. Well, no, because
they scored.
The one possession was a fumble turnover. So, yes, absolutely.
3rd time they've turned it over on downs, the Cougar had. That's something that I don't think many people expected. Nonetheless, it's going to be 1st and 10 for the Jackets. The ball is spotted at the 45-yard line of the Jackets. 1:46 remaining in the first half. Wilkeny getting some players moved around here, and not enough players moved around.
and that
We're
coach
going to
is
take
steaming.
we're going to take a timeout. We're going to go back to Gene in the studio for a 30-second timeout. You're listening to the Power 95.7 Hot FM Game of the Week, presented by Sholo Ford.
Get a delicious start to your day at Persnickity's. From hearty breakfast burritos to ham and eggs to biscuits and gravy to brown sugar French toast, Persnickity's is sure to satisfy. Lunchtime offers a variety of salads, sandwiches, and daily specials. You won't be able to resist their mouth-watering sweets, including their giant specialty cupcakes. If you can't leave the office, Persnickity's offers free delivery to local businesses from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. Monday through Saturday. Call 928-251-1965. Persnickity's on the east end of the Deuce in Sholo.
Welcome back to Cougar Stadium for the Power 95.7 Hot FM Game of the Week, presented by Sholo Ford. Wilkeny up under center, looking to pass the ball here to the near side, way overthrows his would-be receiver, number 20. Who? I don't have a number 20 here for the Blue Ridge Yellowjackets. Let me look on this roster. Yes, Jimmy
Benton.
Jimmy Benton, who we thought was over here.
He's number
for Corey Enfield.
All right.
Yeah, he's going to be number 20 is Jimmy, so we know that now. But Wilkeny way overthrew him. So here comes the Jackets back up to the line of scrimmage. We got one split out here to the near side. And they're going to fake the pass, going to hand it off to Jimmy once again. And he's going to be brought down for minimal gain.
Should be a pick of about one on a play, I think, so they're going to mark that for him.
Just under a minute and a half remaining here in the first half. Yeah, they're going to give him about maybe a yard. It's going to bring up third and about 9 for the Jackets. 1:18, 17, 16. Stay tuned for the Black Diamond Auto Glass halftime show. We're going to give you some stats and some knowledge about what's going on here. Wilkeny looking to pass the ball. Plenty of time, looking for a deep man. Almost had Jimmy once again. Jimmy's coming to life.
Had Jimmy Benton wide open, but for some reason when the ball came to him, he didn't raise his arms to catch.
No, Reedhead's the only person that tried to catch the ball. Jimmy just watched it go by. We have 1 minute remaining here in the first half, and that's going to bring up 4th and 9 for the Jackets. Reedhead's going to go back to return the ball. A tight game here. The Jackets ran the ball successfully, and they've kind of gotten away from that all of a sudden.
Well, they're more running it right up the middle of the field instead of kind of going around.
Cougars almost got in there for that block, but they didn't make it there in time. Jackets are going to down the ball just over the 25-yard line. It's going to be 1st and 10 Cougars. 49 seconds remaining here in the first half. So the conductor, Rhett Reichdorf, is going to bring his offense out here. I'm kind of curious to see what the coaching staff has in store here. We know for a fact that they used 1 timeout. Did they use 2?
They've used all their timeouts already.
They've used
they have no timeouts.
All already. Well, I guess we cleared that up. If I could see the scoreboard, I could have told you that. But I only have one good eye, and I left it at home. So here comes the Cougars. I'm just shocked at what we've seen. I'm impressed. I'm very happy for the coaching staff and the players at Blue Ridge for coming out here, and we've seen some great play, and I'm excited for them because they've been very disappointed. They've just been a little bit away from wins. It's good to see them out here playing good. Reichdorf looking to pass the ball, rolling out to the far side. There's a pass.
Incomplete. That ball bounced into the arms there of Cougar.
Going to hit the ground first. Cougar is going to put on his best Brad Pitt imitation. Act like he caught it, but the official's right there. Incomplete pass. 42 seconds remaining here in the first half.
Well, if you don't have timeouts, that's a perfect way to make sure a clock stops.
Perfect. Incomplete pass does it, or get out of bounds. That's how the Cowboys lost the only game they've lost this season. Rolling out to the far side, looking to pass the ball, going to dump it off to Quasimodo. Flag comes in. I think he gets out of bounds.
Cole Gardner came in and made a hit he didn't need to against number 17, Colton Penrod. Kind of hit him in the back, and there was no need for it as he was already clear of Colton Penrod, but that's going to be...
You're going to call a clip? No, they're going to call
illegal
holding.
Block in the back.
Is that what they said?
Yes.
So that's a, what is that, 10 yards?
It should be 10, yes.
Should be 10 yards.
Got an update here. St. John's 8, Miami 0 at half.
St. John's trying to get back on track here. I'm not sure what the tickets are all about. We have some gentlemen walking around here trying to sell tickets or something. Oh, it's a giveaway. Where'd you get tickets?
So that's going to be a 5-yard, 10-yard penalty from the place that happened. So penalty took place in the 30, moving back to the 20 at 10 yards. Be second down and 15 for the Sholo Cougars.
So we have just over half a minute remaining here. Reisdorf shotgun. 2 split out to the near side, 1 to the far side. Under pressure. Gonna air it out. Gonna hit Cougar near. Out of bounds, stops the clock. With 23 seconds remaining here.
And another flag.
Right on the field. I would think maybe a holding way back
I think we might get rough in the passer. Let's see.
Oh, yeah.
They're trying to say the Sholo Cougars are going backwards. Holding.
I thought maybe that might be the call, but I did see the way Reisdorf was walking. I believe Reisdorf might just try to get out of this first half here. They had a chance to maybe try to air it out and score there for a little while, but they've gotten backed way up. Here comes James, the working man Turner, back in the game.
I predict this is going to be a run.
I do too. Big Jason Brown's going to lead the way, and James, the working man Turner, is going to hit the afterburners,
I think Jason Brown's going to try to lead the way, and working man Turner's going to fly around him.
That's how it's supposed to work. Jason Brown's like a ramp, and the working man Turner runs up him and jumps over the defense, I think. I've seen this design play on TV. Here we go, Reisdorf, right next to the end zone, gonna roll out looking to pass the ball. Nope, fakes it. There he is, James the working man Turner. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Pick up a 9 on the play there by Turner.
At the end of the first half, listen close, and you're listening, you're hearing it correctly. It's the Sholo Cougars 7, Blue Ridge Yellowjackets 0. We're going into the Black Diamond Auto Glass halftime show. Stay tuned. We're going to take a 2-minute timeout, and we'll be right back. You've been listening to the Power 95.7 Hot FM Game of the Week, presented by Sholo Ford.
When you live on the mountain, you have access to the trusted doctors that you and your family need right here at home. Summit Healthcare has brought more physicians and specialties to the area than ever before. From primary care to orthopedics, cardiology, women's care, and much more. You no longer need to look anywhere else. And with offices conveniently located throughout the White Mountains, our doctors are nearby. So next time you need a doctor, turn to Summit Healthcare.
Hey guys, who wants pizza?
Pizza Factory is the real best place for pizza and Italian cuisine. It's been a staple in the White Mountain community for 24 years. They have something for mom, dad, and the kiddos, like a huge arcade and 3 big flat-screen TVs. Pizza Factory is open 7 days a week with a buffet Monday through Friday, daily specials, and a salad bar. They are now scheduling birthday, team, or graduation parties, pastas, calzones, specialty pizzas, and more. We toss them, they're awesome. Pizza Factory in the Old Town Square Plaza in Sholo, 537-7771.
We're here so you don't have to quit fishing or tell the grandkids you can't keep up with them anymore. Wouldn't it be nice to get back in the gym again or be able to play a full 18 like the old days?
Summit Healthcare offers this active community the latest in orthopedic procedures. Whether it's a sports injury, total joint replacement, or something else, have your surgery and rehab right here at home.
Get the most out of life again. Visit summithealthortho.net today.
Black Diamond Auto Glass provides the finest full-service mobile and in-shop glass repair services. From free chip repair to windshield replacement, tinting, and more. We're here to pamper you and your car.
Black Diamond Auto Glass. Yeah.
We know cars and trucks at Williams Brothers Auto Service. Our certified mechanics employ today's latest automotive technology and are equipped to handle all major and minor auto repair services on foreign and domestic vehicles. Locations in Sholo and Snowflake.
15 seconds.
presented by Sholo Ford. You're listening to the Black Diamond Auto Glass Halftime Report. Here we are at Sholo Cougar Stadium as the Sholo Cougars are hosting the Blue Ridge Yellowjackets. We are here at halftime, and the score is 7-0. Sholo Cougars in the lead. This has been one of those games that we thought at the beginning of the game was going to be a tough battle. When you look at it on paper, you sure know that this is going to be a complete blowout. But anybody who knows football and knows rivals, it doesn't matter what a record is of any team that you got going on. When they come together as rivals in a game, it's an all-out battle, and that's exactly what we have here is as John had mentioned in the beginning first half there, that the Sholo Cougars have actually turned the ball over on downs 3 times. They've fumbled the ball away and scored 1 time, so they haven't had the ball that many times. It's just been one of those games of it's just everything's been played pretty much between the 25-yard lines of each side, and that's the way it's been for the game. We'll look at some stats here, and we'll go to the Blue Ridge side there. In the first quarter, they had 12 rushes for 40 yards. 1 pass attempt for 0 yards. They ended up in an interception. That was a deep pass as the Blue Ridge Yellowjackets were looking to score and ended up throwing the ball away and got intercepted. In the second quarter, they had 10 rushes for 28 yards and 3 pass attempts for 0 yards. At that point in time for our halftime stats for the Blue Ridge Yellowjackets, 22 rushes for 68 yards and 4 pass attempts, no completions. And it's just been a tough battle for Wilkeny trying to catch his receivers, as he just doesn't seem like he's been able to set his foot to make the throw. And so it's just been tough for him making those pass plays. But in the meantime, 68 yards rushing there for the Blue Ridge Yellowjackets. On the flip side for the Sholo Cougars, anybody who knows anything about the Sholo Cougars and been watching them, they usually average about 260 yards rushing a game. And so here we are. We'll go with their stats. They're rushing. In the first quarter, they had 7 rushes for 20 yards. Second quarter, 10 rushes for 52 yards. And here at half, they have 17 rushing attempts for 72 yards. So you can see that that is well below 25% of their average of where they should be at for the game. So we'll have to see how they come out of the locker room and come back out onto the field here. Passing attempts here, first quarter for Sholo. They had 8 passing attempts for 92 yards in the first quarter. In the second quarter, 8 passing attempts for 21 yards. Total in the half, 16 passing attempts, 113 yards. So you can see that they are close to their average there in passing. But their rushes is definitely well below. And if they wouldn't have had all the rushing yards they had it not been for James Turner coming in and providing a spark, it's his speed that's been able to help him get around the corners or shoot up in the line and not be able to take him down. The Sholo Cougars did score. I believe it was on their 5th possession as they went down the field in 7 plays, 62 yards as a touchdown. It started out with a incomplete pass and then a 12-yard reception. Then we had a 2-yard run provided by Weston Kime before James Turner came in and shot off 5 straight rushes. 1 of 15, 1 of 9, another of 19, then a 5 and a 9, get them all the way down to the basically, 1-inch line. And what they do, instead of giving it to James Turner to put it to the exclamation point, they hand off and give it to Jason Brown as he hops across the goal line into the end zone, scoring the 6 points. Extra point was definitely good by Cole Gardenier, and that's where we stand here, 7-0. We'll take it back to the studio for a 2-minute timeout. You're listening to the Black Diamond Auto Glass Halftime Report, Power 95.7 Hot FM.
Face it, when you're feeling frustrated with slow internet, it shows.
So stream without the buffering with Cable One high-speed internet. It has up to 100 megabits of blazing speed, and that's faster than those other internet guys. So no matter how many devices you have on at the same time, it's always fast. And that speed, that's written all over your face.
Cable One, the face of fast.
Get a delicious start to your day at Persnickity's. From hearty breakfast burritos to ham and eggs to biscuits and gravy to brown sugar French toast, Persnickity's is sure to satisfy. Lunchtime offers a variety of salads, sandwiches, and daily specials. You won't be able to resist their mouth-watering sweets, including their giant specialty cupcakes. If you can't leave the office, Persnickity's offers free delivery to local businesses from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. Monday through Saturday. Call 928-251-1965. Persnickity's on the east end of the Deuce in Show Low.
When you live on the mountain, you have access to the trusted doctors that you and your family need right here at home. Summit Healthcare has brought more physicians and specialties to the area than ever before. From primary care to orthopedics, cardiology, women's care, and much more. You no longer need to look anywhere else. And with offices conveniently located throughout the White Mountains, our doctors are nearby. So next time you need a doctor, turn to Summit Healthcare.
Hey guys, who wants pizza?
Pizza Factory is the real best place for pizza and Italian cuisine. It's been a staple in the White Mountain community for 24 years. They have something for mom, dad, and the kiddos, like a huge arcade and 3 big flat-screen TVs. Pizza Factory is open 7 days a week with a buffet Monday through Friday, daily specials, and a salad bar. They are now scheduling birthday, team, or graduation parties, pastas, calzones, specialty pizzas, and more. We toss them, they're awesome. Pizza Factory in the Old Town Square Plaza in Show Low, 537-7771.
95.7 Hot FM Game of the Week, presented by Sholo Ford. You are listening to the Black Diamond Autoglass Halftime Report. Here at Sholo Cougar Stadium, and the Sholo Cougars are hosting the Blue Ridge Yellowjackets. We have a score of 7-0. Sholo Cougars up and in the lead. 6:48 remaining in halftime as we go through some of the stats and concerns for each team. I do have an update for us here quickly. It looks like Thatcher has scored 14 points and now leads Round Valley 14-7 at halftime. So we talked about the stats that the Sholo Cougars are definitely 25% of what they normally average per game there, John, and it's just been kind of a tough night for the Sholo Cougars being able to move the ball, but you got to give kudos to the Yellowjackets defensive secondaries. They've been able to make sure that Rhett Reisdorf has not been able to have them wide open receivers he normally does.
Exactly. I'm not so much going to stick to the Cougars or so much on the down as I'm going to stick to the Jackets are playing to their potential tonight. It's good to see. I am a Cougars fan. I bleed green and gold. My son is number 1 on this Cougar team. So I am a Cougar fan, but I believe the Jackets are playing to their potential, and it's nice to see them. Any kid that plays to their potential, I'm happy to see. You know, I had the opportunity the other night. The Pima Rough Riders traveled up here to St. John's and took on the Redskins, which they came out on top big time, handily. But after our game and after their game, I had the opportunity to run into a young man at the Circle K. Manny Rivera, number 20. I don't have a clue where he plays, anything else. There was a gentleman that was with him. It wasn't his dad. He told me he was his biggest fan, is what he told me. Manny was riding with his mother, so I'm not real sure the association with this gentleman. But Manny Rivera has stuck in my head. Just a great young man. When you meet one of these young men that the way they carry themselves and their politeness and they're respectful, it really sticks in my head. So I want to give a shout out to number 20 for the Pima Rough Riders, Manny Rivera. I told him I would because I was really impressed with him. And I also got to give a shout out to Sholo Public Works. They are loyal listeners, loyal fans of the Power 95.7 Hot FM Game of the Week. They listen to us all the time, watch us. And I got to give a big shout out to Nick Hall. He is like, I don't know if you'd call him the crew boss or what. I think he pretty much runs the Public Works. And he said he's a Dr. Love fan is what he told me. And he's excited about here. He watches all the replays on YouTube for at kwkm.com, and then we replay all the games. Isn't it on YouTube replay?
Yes, it is.
I'm not much on the interweb and all that stuff, so I'm going to have to take Nick's word for it. But he really wanted to hear his name said on the radio. We have little over about 3.5 minutes remaining here at halftime. I had the opportunity to go in and be honored by my son this evening. they dedicate each game, each home game to somebody, your mom, dad, everything else. And I got to take this opportunity to say that I probably shouldn't have been there. My dad has played as big a part or more than I have in the raising of my kids. I'll just say I've been single more or less for 16 years since Jake was born. So I guess what I'm saying is I'll pay tribute and respect to my dad since he wasn't there this evening at the dedication. I'll dedicate this game to him. You know, he's been in this town all of his life, born and raised. He donated the materials to build the dugouts over here at the baseball field back when my oldest brother went to high school here in 1970. I think he graduated 75 or 76. I think he was the second graduating class here. So I want to tell my dad, thanks, I love you. And Jake says thank you, and he loves you. So the marching band's walking off the field. We have 2 minutes and 18 seconds remaining. They're having a drawing here, and I didn't win. They were given something out here, and I didn't win. So 2 minutes remaining. You want to go back and take a quick break before we get started? You send us off, Nick. Send us out of here.
You are listening to the Black Diamond Auto Glass Halftime Report. We appreciate you listening. Make sure that you do visit our sponsors there when you do get time there. This concludes our halftime report there, the Black Diamond Auto Glass. You've been listening to Power 95.7 Hot FM Game of the Week.
Black Diamond Auto Glass provides the finest full-service mobile and in-shop glass repair services. From free chip repair to windshield replacement, tinting, and more. We're here to pamper you and your car.
Black Diamond Auto Glass. Yeah.
We're here so you don't have to quit fishing or tell the grandkids you can't keep up with them anymore. Wouldn't it be nice to get back in the gym again or be able to play a full 18 like the old days?
Summit Healthcare offers this active community the latest in orthopedic procedures. Whether it's a sports injury, total joint replacement, or something else, have your surgery and rehab right here at home.
Get the most out of life again. Visit summithealthortho.net today.
We know cars and trucks at Williams Brothers Auto Service. Our certified mechanics employ today's latest automotive technology and are equipped to handle all major and minor auto repair services on foreign and domestic vehicles. Locations in Show Low and Snowflake.
Face it. When you're feeling frustrated with slow internet, it shows.
So stream without the buffering with Cable One high-speed internet. It has up to 100 megabits of blazing speed, and that's faster than those other internet guys. So no matter how many devices you have on at the same time, it's always fast. And that speed, that's written all over your face.
Cable One, the face of fast.
The Power 95.7 Hot FM Game of the Week, presented by Sholo Ford, coming to you live HD action. You can turn on any of your little electronic devices. Watch this game and any other games we do in live HD streaming. We're coming to you live from Sholo Cougar Stadium, where it's the Sholo Cougar 7, Blue Ridge Yellowjackets 0. Kind of a shocker here. We talked about it during the halftime show. I'm not so sure if it's the Cougars playing not so good as much as it is the Jackets playing to their potential, not above their potential. I'm not saying they're playing way better than what they are. I'm saying the Jackets are playing up to their potential, wouldn't you say?
That's exactly what this is. The biggest kudos goes out to the Blue Ridge Yellowjacket quarterbacks and defensive secondary there, as they've been able to make sure that the receivers really haven't been wide open that they've been used to. So they've done a great job. And then, of course, the line for the Yellowjackets has done a phenomenal job making sure that they aren't completely blown out, as they have only allowed 72 yards rushing, and most of that came in the last 5 rushing plays of the last possession there by the Sholo Cougars. So the Yellowjackets definitely are playing as they should, that we expected them to play this season. And it's kind of one of those, like we said at the beginning of the game, that's kind of what we would expect from them, is for them to come out and play up into a higher level, because this is a huge rivalry between the two teams.
You know, I caught a lot of harassment after one of our first games that we covered this season was up at Blue Ridge, where Blue Ridge hosted Page traveled there. Page did win. A lot of people say that they whooped them. In the latter parts of the game, the Jackets really come to life, and I was rather impressed. I kept going on and on about this kid, the quarterback for the Jackets, Spencer Wilkeny. I was impressed the way Spencer Wilkeny come to life there in that second half. If you'll remember the way the game ended, Wilkeny had driven down the field. The first play that comes to mind is when Wilkeny goes to run the ball. The Page defender got knocked down, and the kid had presence of mind to reach up, grab Wilkeny's foot as he's jumping over him, brought him down. The next play, they tried that quick pass over there, and the same kid steps out, intercepts it, which ends the Jackets' chance of getting back. At that point in time, they were back in the game. So I went on and on about how impressed I was. I felt that the Jackets had something to build on. I looked for big things out of the Jackets, even though that game ended in a loss. I was upbeat on what the Jackets had going for them during the rest of the season. Since then, the Jackets have kind of been on a downfall, and I've caught a lot of harassment over that about, you said the Jackets were this, and you said the Jackets. I still believe that. I just believe the Jackets have fallen a little short, and they haven't really played to their ability. Tonight we're seeing them playing their ability. They come down here to an undefeated Cougar team, a good Cougar team, and the score is 7-0. They're only down by 7 going to the second half. They should be very, very impressed with themselves. They're reaching their potential tonight.
I wouldn't say they should be impressed. They should be happy with themselves. They've done a phenomenal job coming out here. They've made sure that they've stopped a team that's been averaging 260 yards in game minimum, and the passing of about 200 themselves. And while the passing, hasn't been held as much as the rushing, they've done a phenomenal job making sure that their defense is bent but not broken. And so they are definitely playing well. Now if the offense can just get that spark going again and find those quick little screen passes or something that they need, I think that will definitely open up the game for them.
They have the opportunity to do that because they're going to receive the ball here starting off second half, and that's going to go out of bounds. The Cougar near the notary gets a bad boot right there. He knows it too. He's walking off the field upset because it's going to go out of bounds, and that's going to give the Jackets 1st and 10 on the 35. This is a good opportunity for them to get their game going again right here.
Absolutely, and I don't know that you can say that completely blame Cole Gardner on there. I think he's being told to short kick it, and it's kind of hard for him with that big old leg to kind of not put all into it. So it's kind of going out of bounds. They're a little short, and that's the second time they've done it. So we'll see how they go from
there. I
here.
just kind of go by his reaction when he walks off the field. Here comes Wilkeny up under center. Power I formation, going to hand it off, coming to the near side, and he's going to be brought down by a slew of Cougars. I believe the main person that started that thing is going to be big bad Jason Brown, and then he's going to let the smaller players get in on the tackle, but he's going to push him back to begin with.
Yeah, Luis Rosales takes that handoff and comes up off tackle. He's able to pick up 3 on the play. I'm looking here near side and forgot that, at halftime they changed the sticks to the other side.
Sticks.
So.
Yes, it must be a new rule. So here comes the Jackets. Wilkeny up under center. Going to hand it off. And guess what? That is not Wilkeny up under center.
Luis Rosales, number 19, again takes the handoff. This time he picks up 1 on the play.
You know who that was at center right there? That was number 20. Jimmy. What's his last name?
Jimmy Benton.
Jimmy Benton was up, and look who's coming in right there. Jimmy Benton is now your quarterback for the Blue Ridge Yellowjackets. I'm not real sure what happened to Wilkeny. We're going to have to see if we can find out, but Jimmy Benton up under center, same formation. There's a snap, going to hand it off to Penrod. trying to go on the far side, and it's going to be very minimal gain there.
I think they're going to get a pickup of 2 on there by, is that Colton Penrod on that, I believe it was.
It was, yes, sir. It's going to bring up 4th down, and it looks from here like about 4. 3, maybe 4?
It's 4.
4 yards. So punt team's out there. It looks like, I believe that's Reedhead back there to return the punt. Into the wind, long snap. He gets a boot on it. The wind's going to try to slow it down. Short punt's going to bounce at the 30, and number 62 is going to down it at about the 32-yard line. That is no number 62 for Blue Ridge. So I'm not sure who that was, but he's going to down it at about the 32. 1st and 10, Cougars, 9:57 remaining here in the 3rd quarter. So the conductor, Rhett Reisdorf's going to come over and get the game plan here.
Got an update here, John. Snowflake 20, Holbrook 2 at halftime.
Now that's a score you're not going to hear very often. 2 in the game of football. Here comes the conductor, got 2 to the far side, 1 to the near side. Lone back. There's the snap. Looking to pass the ball. Going to keep it himself. Coming to the near side. And they're going to run him out of bounds at about the 42-yard line.
See where they mark it here. I got a spot by one and a different spot by another.
And they probably split the difference. They're going to spot the ball at about the 41. Yeah.
They're marking it at the 41. That is not a first down, and yet they're giving them the first down.
Well, it's too late now, Rice, because it was a spot foul, so they mark it off from the spot of the foul. Still going to be 1st and 10 Cougars. Here comes Reisdorf, shotgun position. Reedhead split way out here to the near side. Going to hand it off. James, the working man, Turner, still on his feet. Reedhead gets a block. He makes the outside. Turner does that spin away from Jimmy, and they're going to mark him down at about the 21-yard line, looks like.
That's a 15-yard pickup on that play.
James, the working man, Turner, coming to the outside. Reedhead, the receiver on this side, gets about a half a block, just enough to get Turner around the outside, pick up about another 4 or 5 yards. 1st and 10 Cougars. There's a snap to Reisdorf. James, the working man, Turner up the middle. Behind that big line of the Cougars. That's Jamie, the Spider Webb, leading the way there.
He takes the handoff, quickly shoots up in the middle. Pickup of, we'll call it 5.5, not quite 6.
So it's going to be 2nd and about 4.5, a long 4, Reisdorf, shotgun. 2 to the far side, 1 to the near side. James, the working man, Turner, once again, coming to the near side, still on his feet. And he's going to make it down. It's going to be close to a first. No, it's going to be past the first down marker.
It's going to be a pickup of about 8 on that play there. It's going to be first and goal for the Shola Cougars. They are quickly marching down the field. It's
real
coming
quick
back with a passion after they felt slighted in the first half for not being able to rush and pass and score like they usually do.
Very quick offense for the Cougars here. 6:36 remaining in the ballgame and counting. 1st and goal for the Cougars. Reisdorf, shotgun. Lone back. James, the working man, Turner, lowers his head and pushes forward. It's like they're going to bring him down at about the 3-yard line, look like.
3-yard pickup there by James Turner. They had him stopped there. They could have had him stopped in the backfield. Instead, he's able to quickly get around the corner.
James, the working man, Turner, pushing ahead, doing some of that Earl Campbell, lower your head and run. Here comes the Cougars, got the big man in the backfield. Looky there.
And he's in.
Because he's bad. Jason Brown, baddest man in the whole dang town. Big bad Jason Brown. Good to see Jason Brown back in playing ball. I'm happy to see it this latter part of the season.
Yep, Jason Brown comes in and finishes off that run. It was our definitely a great drive there for the Sholo Cougars. They were able to move the ball at will like they wanted to. And that's the Sholo Cougars we've been seeing all season long. So it'll be determined now to see how the Yellowjackets come out and respond.
We're going to have to see how they respond. There's the notary. He puts his stamp of approval on it. Mark the score now, just under 6 minutes remaining. Sholo Cougars 14, Blue Ridge Yellowjackets 0. We're going to go back to Gene in studio for a 30-second timeout. You're listening to the Power 95.7 Hot FM Game of the Week, presented by Sholo Ford.
Get a delicious start to your day at Persnickity's. From hearty breakfast burritos to ham and eggs to biscuits and gravy to brown sugar French toast, Persnickity's is sure to satisfy. Lunchtime offers a variety of salads, sandwiches, and daily specials. You won't be able to resist their mouth-watering sweets, including their giant specialty cupcakes. If you can't leave the office, Persnickity's offers free delivery to local businesses from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. Monday through Saturday. Call 928-251-1965. Persnickity's on the east end of the Deuce in Sholo.
Welcome back to the Power 95.7 Hot FM Game of the Week, presented by Sholo Ford. Coming live from Cougar Stadium with 6 minutes remaining here in the third quarter. Cougars just scored off another big bad Jason Brown short touchdown run. Brings score 14-0. We're going to have to see how the Jackets respond here. The Jackets started off the game, run, and moved the ball all the way downfield before what they do, they turned it over on downs, or they fumbled it on their first possession. Turned it over on downs. So the wind's starting to pick up. Gardner's got the wind to his back, and there's a boot right there. That's the Gardner I know. Through the end zone, out the end zone. Jackets are going to take over on the 20-yard line. We're going to take another 30-second timeout. We'll be right back. Well, maybe not. We're going to have to stay here because they're not even going to take a break here. Cougars going to stay on the field, and the Jackets are too. So it's just under 6 minutes remaining here in the third quarter. I'm anxious to see how the Jackets respond here after that quick score by the Cougars.
It's definitely going to tell and determine whether this game's going to be here or not, but now we got Spencer Wilkeny lined out at wide receiver.
That's what I just noticed too. Wilkeny lining up at wide receiver. We still got Jimmy, I really don't know how to say his last name, Benton, still in at quarterback. I thought Wilkeny was hurt. Hey, I don't know what's going on there. You be the judge. Tune in to KWKM.com for live HD streaming of the ball game we're calling right now. And maybe you can figure out why the Jackets have made the change. I've never seen Jimmy back there quarterback that I know of. Any replays I've seen, I've never seen it. Something different here from the Jacket coaching staff. Wilkeny still lined up as a receiver out wide here to the near side. Benton's going to keep the ball himself, try to run it. And going to be short yardage pickup maybe.
Yeah, no pickup there by Luis Rosales there. Kind of this handoff, it seems like it's the same thing now, as they're just going to hand the ball off and go right between the tackles, and they're going nowhere at that point in time. The Jackets are going to have to do something different here to make sure that they open up this run game if that's how they want to try and run.
Benton going to keep the ball himself, try to go to the outside. That's going to be big loss of yards, and it's going to be 4th and long for the Jackets.
Looks like they're going to allow him to get back to the line of scrimmage, so no loss on the play. But I do have an update here. I got a score of Round Valley 14, Thatcher 14.
Great game over there in the Dome, tied up game for the undefeated Elks. So it's going to bring up 4th and long for the Jackets, 4th and 10. Punt formation out there. Reedhead is at about midfield to return it. Wind in his face there, and that's going to be a short punt. Wind's going to catch it. And looks like they're going to down it right there about the 47-yard line of the Jackets. Maybe the 46. Well, this guy says 46. That guy says 46, I guess. Well, 46. 46, 47. Here comes 1st and 10 Cougars.
Never trust the announcer.
I don't trust neither one of them. Yeah. This guy over on this side out of mark the 46 ends up close to the 47. So here comes Rhett Reisdorf and his offense. One to the far side, two to the near side. There's a snap. James the working man Turner going to cut it outside, still on his feet. Gets run out of bounds at about the 39-yard line of the Jackets.
They mark it there. Yeah, about the 39. That's going to be a pickup of 7 on the play.
Pickup of 7, going to bring 2nd down and 3 for the Cougars. Reisdorf, shotgun to the far side, one to the near side. Drop back looking to pass the ball. Has Cody Irwin wide open. And there's
beautiful play by number 16, Nick Jones.
Nick Jones, beautiful defense on Cody Irwin.
The ball was a little underthrown there, so Nick Jones was able to get back there. When he did, he leaped up at the same time the receiver did without touching him. When he saw the ball came in, he just knocked the ball down in the hands down of Cody Irwin, and we end up here as an incomplete pass.
It's going to be 3rd and 3. I'm not so sure why it was short thrown. He's got his window his back. I know Reisdorf can gun it from there. Give me a handoff. James the Working Man Turner up the middle, still on his feet. Going to see where they mark it. They're going to mark it about the 37. Maybe
about the 38. Pick up a 2 on the play.
It's going to bring up 4th and a long 2.
And look, they're lining up the punt.
Dude, there ain't no punt
No,
there.
there is no punts here for
Jason
Sholo.
Brown back in there. Going to hand it off. Goal line. Offense there. He's going to dive forward. 1st and 10, Sholo.
Pick up a 3 there by Jason Brown as he gets there close to the first down and does a dive forward. Pick up 3.
Move the chains for the Sholo Cougars. 3:18 remaining here in 3rd quarter.
And he's limping off the field down a little bit.
Jason Brown, I think that's his natural swagger.
No, he was limping before he
At
started jogging.
first he was, but he jogged it off. Reisdorf shotgun, 2 to the near side, 2 to the far side. Lone back, there's the pass. Quasimodo to the near side. They're going to push him out of bounds at about the, it's like about the 23-yard line, maybe the 24-yard line, 1st and 10. Cougars, we're going to see where they mark it.
Pick up a 10 on the play there by Chris Emoto. Basically a wide receiver screen over here to the near side.
Here comes the Cougar offense up to the line quick. 2 to the far side, 2 to the near side. Gonna fake the handoff to Jason Brown. Reisdorf still on his feet. And he's gonna be brought down at about the, like about the 11-yard line.
See where they mark that. Yeah, make them there. It's gonna be a 14-yard pickup by Rhett Reisdorf.
They're gonna mark it at about the 11, so the Cougars can still possibly get a 1st down here. Quick offense, back to the line of scrimmage, 2 to the near side, 2 to the far side. Gonna hand it off
Fumble.
to Jason Brown.
Fumble ball there. Misjades there between Jason Brown and Rhett Reisdorf, and number, trying to see.
Number 17. That's Colton Penrod, gonna be your recipient of the fumble there.
Fell on the ball. Now let's see if the Yellowjackets come out and we'll do something a little different here, because just those little quick handoffs right there at the line of scrimmage doesn't give them any yards.
No. The Cougars ran the same play that they just run with Reisdorf, faking it to Jason Brown, running to the near side for a good pickup there. They run it going the opposite direction to the far side, miscue, fumble the ball, Jackets 1st down. So here comes Benton, 2 to the near side, to the far side. Looky there. That's an incomplete pass, but good hustle there.
Now, again, I'm not sure why they're allowing that play to go through. It's got illegal procedure against the offense.
Should be blown down immediately.
Correct. And yet they allowed it to go through, and now they're saying they're going to allow it to decline.
Dylan Gabbard almost had the interception there.
I'm not sure how that works. If it's
They
illegal
can't.
procedure.
Then it play stops immediately.
Illegal shift.
Oh, illegal shift. They changed it there. So they did have the option. So they're going to back them up and give them 1st down and 15. Dylan Gabbard jumped up there on that pass. That pass was destined to fail. Gabbard almost got an interception, which would have come back anyway. Illegal shift. So here comes Jimmy Benton as the quarterback. Shotgun, 3 to the far side, 1 to the near side. I believe he kept it himself.
He did keep it himself.
Benthel in there, and the announcer, however you said, he's going to keep it himself.
Jimmy Benton.
And he's going to get it up to the original line of scrimmage, pick up a 5. Going to bring up 2nd and 10 for the Jackets. Dylan Gabbard and Allen, the bookworm on steroids, Tenney. Don't call me Papa John Tenney. Kid is amazing football player, nicest guy in the world off the field. There's a pass to the far side. Wilkeney your quarterback, your old quarterback, catches a pass, and he gets taken down quick and hard by Dominic Cerna over there.
He got hit, brought down immediately for pretty much no gain. And again, the Blue Ridge Yellowjackets have to do something on offense to start spreading out this defense, be able to either A, run or B, pass. And the plays that are happening here is just kind of the same, and they're getting nowhere. And now the average line of scrimmage is starting to move more against the Blue Ridge
You're
Yellowjackets.
exactly right. Benton looking to pass the ball. Going to be intercepted by the Cougars. I don't know who that is. That might be a horse collar there.
James Workman Turner.
James, the working man Turner with the interception. They're going to horse collar him to get him down.
Looks like he hurt his arm there a little bit. Going to take a look at it.
I hurt his shoulder, I bet. When you get horse collared, it hurts your shoulder.
It looks more like this down around his elbow or forearm or
We'll
something.
have to see what happens there. They bring him down right at about the 15-yard line. With the penalty, it's going to move the Cougars way up there close. We have 1:13 remaining here in the third quarter. Cougars on top of the Jackets, 14-0. They're going to talk to Rhett Reisdorf out there, explain to him what's going on. I'm sure the Cougars, well, they have to accept the penalty. They didn't have the ball. It's not like it's an option.
They still have an option, but, you know, it'd be worthless not to take it. It puts them down at the 7.5-yard line instead of at the 15.
First and goal. I don't know why you wouldn't take it. Nevertheless, here comes the conductor up to the line of scrimmage. Two split out to the far side, one to the near side. Lone back. Going to hand it off to that lone back.
And off the Weston Kime there. He's going to get down to about the 5.5.
Yeah.
So pick up a 2 yards on the play.
Pick up a 2. So that's going to bring 2nd and 6, second and goal. Second and goal. 2 split out to the far side, one to the near side. There's a snap. Going to fake the handoff, looking to pass the ball. Cougar near. No, that's Jake Reedhead. Touchdown. Cougars. That little slant route to Reedhead. Beautiful pass, beautiful catch. Cougars back in the promised land.
Yeah, Reedhead just quickly took a little slant, got inside his man, was wide open. Goes in for a touchdown there. Just got another update here. End of the third. Thatcher 21, Round Valley 14.
Here comes the notary. Puts his stamp of approval on it. Mark the score now. Sholo 21. Blue Ridge 0. 37 seconds remaining here in the third quarter. The Cougars have come to life. We're going to go back to Gene studio for a 30-second timeout. You're listening to the Power 95.7 Hot FM Game of the Week, presented by Sholo Ford.
When you live on the mountain, you have access to the trusted doctors that you and your family need right here at home. Summit Healthcare has brought more physicians and specialties to the area than ever before. From primary care to orthopedics, cardiology, women's care, and much more. You no longer need to look anywhere else. And with offices conveniently located throughout the White Mountains, our doctors are nearby. So next time you need a doctor, turn to Summit Healthcare.
Welcome back to the Power 95.7 Hot FM Game of the Week, presented by Sholo Ford. Quick pass there on a slant route from Reisdorf to Reedhead. Touchdown, Cougars. Cole, the Notre Guard near, comes in for the extra point. Mark the score, Sholo 21, Blue Ridge 0. The main downfall that's going against the Jackets here in the second half of this ball game is the wind is in their face. If they don't get some first downs every time they punt, the Cougars are getting further and further downfield. You know what I'm saying?
Well, not so much that they have to pass deep. They just have to kind of spread this field out because they're all just right in between a 6-yard difference from one end of the line to the other. And when you do that, you definitely know that the ball's not going anywhere except for right between the tackles, and that's where it goes, and it ends up a 0. So on the kickoff there, ball goes into the end zone, be a touchback, so we'll bring the ball back out to the 20-yard line here for the Blue Ridge Yellowjackets.
So here come the Yellowjackets, almost at the end of the third quarter. Jackets are going to have to move it. Remember during the Page game, the Jackets, the way they got started was those quick routes, quick passes for short yardage. That's how they got it going. That's what they got to do here. Yeah.
That's exactly what they need to do in order to open up, and unless they do that, the line of scrimmage isn't going to go anywhere except for stacked up, and they'll go nowhere. So we'll bring them to the line, Benton does.
Yeah, Benton is a new quarterback. Wilkeney lined up as a receiver a while ago, going to hand it off, coming to the near side. I don't know where the ball come out at. They're going to say he was down there. I'm joined, Nick. I want you to see this. I'm joined here in the bleachers by the most beautiful baby in the world. This is my granddaughter. Can you say hi? Tell him hi. Say hi. She looks just like me, doesn't she? She looks like Dr. Love.
So we had a fumble on the play there by Luis Rosales. He gets the handoff there quickly again, goes right up over the right tackle. No yardage, gets hit, fumbles the ball. Sholo picks it up, and that's where it is. First down for Sholo.
I thought two officials marked him down by contact.
Yeah, the fumble recovery person was down by contact.
Oh, I missed that part. I saw the down by contact. Here comes Reisdorf once again. Short yardage here to the goal. Here comes a flag. Not sure what that is. He pointed at somebody. False start. Cougars, so it's going to back them up 5 yards, so it's going to be first down and 15. They're going to be marking the ball at about the 26-yard line of the Jackets.
I got another update here. Looks like Snowflake 26, Holbrook 2.
Oh, that looked like the Jackets was offsides there. They're not going to call it. Here's Speed Racer Kimes.
Kime gets the ball. Looks like they're going to give him a pickup of 6.5 on that play as he comes up off the left tackle. Oh, nope, now they're going to move the sticks and the ball a little bit further. So that's going to be a pickup of, it's like about 8 on the play.
It's going to bring up second and about 7 for the Cougars. Shotgun position, 2 to the far side, 1 the near side. Going to hand it off to Kimes again. There goes the buzzer for the end of the third quarter. But Kimes is going to get a first down for the Cougars. They're going to end up marking it where there?
Pick up a 15 on that play.
So they're going to mark it, I don't know. They're going to move to the end. They're in the field. So we're going into the fourth quarter here with the Sholo Cougars 21, Blue Ridge 0. We're going to go back to the studio for 30-second timeout. You're listening to the Power 95.7 Hot FM Game of the Week presented by Sholo Forward.
You're clear. Hey guys, who wants pizza?
Pizza Factory is the real best place for pizza and Italian cuisine. It's been a staple in the White Mountain community for 24 years. They have something for mom, dad, and the kiddos, like a huge arcade and 3 big flat-screen TVs. Pizza Factory is open 7 days a week with a buffet Monday through Friday, daily specials, and a salad bar. They are now scheduling birthday, team, or graduation parties, pastas, calzones, specialty pizzas, and more. We toss them, they're awesome. Pizza Factory in the Old Town Square Plaza in Sholo, 537-7771.
By Sholo Ford, Sholo Cougar Stadium, where the Cougars are 21, Blue Ridge Yellowjackets 0. We are streaming this game live and every other game we do all the way till they hand out the gold trophy at kwkm.com. That's kwkm.com. As long as there's a local team still in the playoffs, we'll do everything in our power to get there and cover it for you. So keep it right here at Power 95.7 Hot FM for all your coverage. That's going to be offsides there. I think they done that a while ago and they didn't call it.
Well, you never know what the referees are seeing and what they're not.
I agree with you there. We're just starting the fourth quarter. We have a Jacket come running in there, and the snap didn't happen yet. He tries to slide to a stop, but he slides way over the line of scrimmage. And that's going to move the ball that much closer. It's going to be first and goal from the just inside the 5, it looks like.
Just inside the 5, yes.
Here comes Reisdorf up under center. They have the short yardage offense in there. It's going to be a handoff. I don't think that's Jason Brown that got that one, though. They give it to somebody else that time.
Brown.
Yeah, big bad Jason Brown.
Pick up a 2 on the play by Jason Brown.
Honest truth, I knew if I said it wasn't him, it was going to be. But I really didn't think it was him. So they're going to mark it at about the, what is that, 2.5-yard line?
Yes.
About the 2.5-yard line here. Second and goal for the Cougars. Here comes Reisdorf, bringing his offense to the line of scrimmage. They got that short yardage offense in there. Reisdorf up under center. Big bad Jason Brown once again going to dive forward, and I believe they're going to stop him just short of the goal line.
They can stop at the 1. So that'll be a pickup of 1 on that play.
I thought he looked actually closer than that. Cougars going to line up real quick here. Reisdorf under center. There's a snap. Jason Brown once again. And that one he's going to walk in the end zone with. Touchdown. Cougars. It's going to bring the score 27-0. Cougars on top of the Blue Ridge Yellowjackets. The wind is starting to blow here all of a sudden. Blowing hard. It's not extremely bitter cold. Everybody out there watching in live HD coverage at kwkm.com, it's probably colder than what it looks on your TV screen or computer screen. There's the foot. Gardner curved that one in these gusty winds. So mark the score 28-0. We're going to go back to the studio for a 30-second timeout. You listen to the Power 95.7 Hot FM Game of the Week presented by Sholo Ford.
We're here so you don't have to quit fishing or tell the grandkids you can't keep up with them anymore. Wouldn't it be nice to get back in the gym again or be able to play a full 18 like the old days?
Summit Healthcare offers this active community the latest in orthopedic procedures. Whether it's a sports injury, total joint replacement, or something else, have your surgery and rehab right here at home.
Get the most out of life again. Visit summithealthortho.net today.
Welcome back to the Power 95.7 Hot FM Game of the Week, presented by Sholo Ford, coming to you live from Cougar Stadium, streaming it live in HD action at kwkm.com. It's kwkm.com. After the touchdown by Big Bad Jason Brown once again, score now is Sholo Cougars 28, Blue Ridge Yellowjackets 0. The one thing benefiting the Jackets right now going to the fourth quarter is going to be the wind to their back now. Cougar booting into the wind, gets a nice kick. It's going to, almost stayed in bounds. So it's going to go out of bounds. They're going to mark the ball at the 35-yard line. So the Jackets started off the game. They looked rather good. Running it right down the Cougars' throat, moving the ball. They moved the ball their first possession right down to the end of the field before turning it over, but they moved the ball good. Since then, it's died off. They haven't been able to get anything going.
Well, the unfortunate part, John, is when you have a team that's playing and one side of the ball is just playing phenomenal and stuff, and you go into halftime and you're really within a point time, and all of a sudden you come out at halftime and you're going through and your offense still isn't delivering, and in the next half it relates to that defensive side on the ball, and they kind of all just start to give up. And same point in time, John knows, if the offense would come to life, well, got a penalty.
Look at here, they're going to make them re-kick it. They're going to make Cole, the Notary Gardner, put his boot on it once again. They're hoping to get a run back here, spark a little something, I believe.
I'm not sure they'll get a run back.
Well, hey, you never know. Hey, never say never. So, Gardner's going to get his kicking team lined out here. The wind is beginning to blow hard here. The flag is whipping. Gardner kicking into the wind. Jimmy Benton is probably going to be a good choice to probably the ball's going to make it to him. Gardner's going to boot it. Wind's going to catch it. Benton's the closest man. He's going to build it and step out of bounds at about the
28-yard line.
28-yard line. That'd have been better off to take it out of bounds. That'd have put them at 35. So nothing is going the Jackets' way tonight for sure. They could have had when the first kickoff went out of bounds, they could have marked it at the 35. Instead, they back up Gardner. He boots it again.
The ball's about to go out of bounds, and Benton grabs the ball and steps out of bounds at the 28. So,
hey, you know, these kids come out here day in and day out. Not only are they doing their schoolwork and stuff, but day in and day out going to practices and everything else. And they're just looking to spark their team to get something positive going here. Hey, hats off to him for trying to get the ball and do something with it. Benton's going to hand it off up the middle, and that's going to be a no-go.
No gain again as the whole Sholo Cougar line is there, and actually, there we go. No pickup again by Luis Rosales.
That was Big Dal and Tinney at the bottom pile there, joined by the Spider Webb and Dylan Gabbard for the Cougars defense. Here comes the Jackets to the line of scrimmage. Benton going to go from the shotgun position. Two split out to the far side. Quick pass to Wilkening. And he's going to be brought down quick out there.
Pick up a 2 on that play. Wide receiver screen out there to Wilkening.
Cody Irwin in on the stop for the Cougars, but not before Wilkening's going to pick up, well, a couple looks like. He's going to bring up third. What are you calling that there, Nick? 8 or 9?
Third and 8.
Third and 8. Oh, I just wanted to make sure you agreed with me.
It was a good two-yard pickup.
That's what I thought too, but I just didn't want to. I want to make sure. So Benton from the shotgun for. Oh, there's a miscue. I'm not sure what even happened there. Was he up under center? That was a back in the backfield.
I have no clue what happened. I think it hit the center on his backside and went straight down and fumbled the ball. And here we go again as the Sholo Cougars are going to take over on a turnover by the Blue Ridge Yellowjackets on their own side of the field.
Yeah, it looked to me like the Jackets had 4 split out here to the near side. I thought Benton was going from the shotgun position, but the way the fumble happened, could have been a back there, and Benton could have been up under center. No?
No, there was no back there.
So it was Benton in the shotgun.
Let me rephrase that. The only back was the back side of the center. And that's what it hit as it came through, and nothing went and fumbled the ball.
So here comes Reisdorf, has one split out to the near side, going to hand it off. Coming to the near side, and that's going to be Weston Speed Racer Kimes. And he's going to pick up about, looks like he's going to pick up a good 6, almost 7 yards.
That'd be a 7-yard pickup by
7-yard pickup by Kimes. Mark it 2nd and 3. So here come the Cougars. Reisdorf, shotgun. Reedhead split up to the far side. Kimes in the backfield, going to hand it off to Kimes, going to the far side. And ball's loose. We're going to see what happened there. If the Cougars get it, that's a good pickup. You know, Weston Kimes is...
big 56 there for the Sholo Cougars.
Gabbard's going to get it.
It was the Blue Ridge Yellowjackets fell on that ball.
You know, Weston Kimes is not a fumbler. I'm not sure, is that his second fumble of the ball game there?
No.
No, that's his first? I thought he...
No, the fumble was Cody Irwin and then Garrett Lynn.
Garrett Lynn, okay. So now we have Weston Kimes with the fumbles. The Cougars don't fumble a lot, and we've had 3 fumbles. So here comes the Jackets up under center. Going to hand it off right up the middle, and that's a no gain. 8:52 remaining in the ball game. You're down by 28. Wind to your back. I don't know what you're doing running it up the middle. I would open this up and just go for broke, you know?
You know, that's exactly it. You know, they're creating this log jam all by themselves by lining up 6 men in the box of their own and 4 more of their guys in the same box. So
look at this,
putting everybody in there.
And the Cougars are putting everybody in the box also. There's nowhere to run. It's impossible for anybody to run right there. The Jackets are putting everybody in the box. Cougars putting everybody in the box. There's nobody anywhere but just right there at the line of scrimmage.
Loss of a yard there by Julio Rangel on that handoff there up off of left tackle this time.
Going to bring up 3rd and 9 for the Jackets. I just don't
understand.
I guess. Hey, I'm no genius. I'm no John Madden. Boy, ow, yeah, okay then. All right.
When you reach the point like this, the line of the Sholo Cougars is definitely bigger than the Yellowjackets, so you know who's going to win that battle.
And they're going to run it once again.
And the speed for the Sholo.
And look at this. It's going backwards. He's going to be brought down at about the half-yard line, maybe the 1-yard line. And it's going to be 4th down for the Jackets at the 1-yard line with 7 minutes, 12 seconds and counting remaining here in the ball game. Cougars on top, 28-0.
Loss of about 7 on that.
I don't understand that whole offensive possession right there. I'm sorry. They're looking to punt the ball. Reedhead's back. There's the whistle. I think he's calling illegal substitution on the Cougars, maybe?
No,
For
some reason, I don't know who did what. I didn't see a timeout called or anything. All I saw was the official over here.
Okay, timeout Blue Ridge. So we have a timeout Blue Ridge. We're going to go back to the studio for a 30-second timeout. You're listening to the Power 95.7 Hot FM Game of the Week, presented by Sholo Ford.
Face it, when you're feeling frustrated with slow internet, it shows.
So stream without the buffering with Cable One high-speed internet. It has up to 100 megabits of blazing speed, and that's faster than those other internet guys. So no matter how many devices you have on at the same time, it's always fast. And that speed, that's written all over your face.
Cable One, the face of fast.
5, 4.
Power 95.7 Hot FM Game of the Week, presented by Sholo Ford, coming to you from the Windy City. That's what it feels like. This was a nice weathered game. When we started this game, beautiful weather. The winds picked up a lot.
It's got to be about 15 to 20 mile an hour out
I know it. We have 6:54 remaining in the ball game. No one's back to return the punt now for the Cougars. They're going for the block. He gets a nice punt away. They're wishing they had somebody back right now. But, hey, they're going to mark it over there at about the 39-yard line of the Jackets. That's a nice punt.
That was, didn't have the right spacing there between him and the line. He was able to make sure he was able to get a good kick, and away it went. And Sholo Cougars were going for the block to either get a touchdown or B, a safety, and so they got neither, but they still have the ball at the 39-yard line of the Blue Ridge Yellowjackets.
So here come the Cougars. They're going to mark it at the 39-yard line of the Jackets. The conductor, Rhett Reisdorf, getting his offense lined out. They have 2 split out here to the near side. Reedhead's the wayman out here, one to the far side. Lone back, Weston Kynes going to do a quick pass out here. Reedhead gets a little bit of a block, not much. No, that's Cole. Cole got the block, Reedhead got the pass. I can't read these numbers. Gardner got a little bit of a block, Reedhead got the quick pass. And they're going to mark it at about the...
I think they're going to bring the sticks in. They're not sure if it's a first down or not.
Close to a 10-yard pickup for Reedhead there. They're going to measure. Cole Gardner is going to go over there and help them. Reedhead's in the middle of the field helping them, and Gardner's over here on this side. They're trying to eyeball it for him. Here comes the officials and the chain gang coming here to the near side of the field. 6.5 minutes remaining here in the ball game.
That should be a first
They're going to
down.
stretch it out. That's a 10-yard pickup for Reedhead. 1st and 10. Cougars. So they're going to mark the ball at the just inside, you should say, the 29-yard line of the Jackets. 1st and 10. Reisdorf lining out his offense. He's going to send Cole Gardner here to the near side. Three receivers to the far side. Big bad Jason Brown in the backfield with him. Shotgun position. Here comes the snap. Quick pass right there off the hands of Reedhead.
Almost intercepted.
That was a rocket of a pass there. I didn't even expect that one. Apparently Reedhead didn't either, because bounced off his hands almost into the hands of a defender.
Yeah, if he would have looked to his left, he would have saw Chris Emoto wide open as the defenders had bailed out and were nowhere within 20 yards of him.
I didn't expect that play at all. They're going to line up same formation. 2nd and 10, there's a snap. Going to fake the hand off Jason Brown. Going to pass it over to the far side of the field to Quasimodo.
It's going to be close there. See where they mark.
I think that's going to be 1st and 10, Cougars.
It's like the Lions is going to mark it right there at the 19-yard line. So, yeah, it's going to be, so it's only a pickup at 9 on that play.
Pick up at 9, 9.5. They're going to call it 3rd down. Just under 6 minutes remaining here in the ball game. Sholo Cougars 28, Blue Ridge Yellowjackets 0. Here comes Reichdorf. He splits out, two to the far side, or two to the near side, two to the far side. Single back there, big bad Jason Brown, shifting people around. There's the snap. Gonna hand it off Jason Brown, going to the far side. They're gonna run him out of bounds. Just inside the...
Yeah, pick up of about, see where they go here, mark it right on the 15, so
yeah,
pick up a 4 on the play.
Just inside the 15, it's going to be 1st and 10, Cougars. Cougars have come to life here. I was rather impressed with the Jackets in the first half. They've just kind of died off here in the second half. And the Cougars, in turn, have come to life.
Well, John, it's hard for a defense to sit there and keep pulling everything out that they can when the offense is actually providing
Does get
no
frustrating,
support.
but you have a lot of kids playing both ways when you have low numbers on your team. Hand off to Jason Brown, still on his feet. Touchdown, Cougars. Hey, there you go. Jason Brown earned that touchdown. Are you happy now? You act like you've been giving them to him on them short yardage one. They must have heard you, because he ran that one in from on out there to 15-yard line. Are you happy? Is it okay with you now, 15-yard touchdown?
That's good. I am the firm believer of the man who gets you down there should be the man who gets a chance to get it in the end zone
I agree.
at least once. But
hey, my mother always taught me.
I am not the coach, and I will not second-guess the coach on that. All I did was point out that Jason Brown put the finishing touch on the big long drive.
There you go. There's Gardner. The notary, it's up and good. My mom always taught me you dance with the one that brought you. So it's the Sholo Cougars 35, Blue Ridge 0. We're going to go back to the studio for a 1-minute timeout. You're listening to the Power 95.7 Hot FM Game of the Week presented by Sholo Ford.
Get a delicious start to your day at Persnickity's. From hearty breakfast burritos to ham and eggs to biscuits and gravy to brown sugar French toast, Persnickity's is sure to satisfy. Lunchtime offers a variety of salads, sandwiches, and daily specials. You won't be able to resist their mouth-watering sweets, including their giant specialty cupcakes. If you can't leave the office, Persnickity's offers free delivery to local businesses from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. Monday through Saturday. Call 928-251-1965. Persnickity's on the east end of the Deuce in Sholo.
When you live on the mountain, you have access to the trusted doctors that you and your family need right here at home. Summit Healthcare has brought more physicians and specialties to the area than ever before. From primary care to orthopedics, cardiology, women's care, and much more. You no longer need to look anywhere else. And with offices conveniently located throughout the White Mountains, our doctors are nearby. So next time you need a doctor, turn to Summit Healthcare.
5-7 Hot FM Game of the Week presented by Sholo Ford, where Sholo is on top of Blue Ridge 35-0. Me and the neck here was having a discussion. He kind of was, I'm not going to say bad-mouthing, but he just wasn't talking highly of big bad Jason Brown getting them short touchdown. So I think Jason Brown heard it, so he ran that last one in from the 15-yard line, 15-yard touchdown. So the Jackets going to pick up that kickoff at the, right about the 20.
The 20.
And Penrod is going to bring it out to about the 30.
34 should be.
Like the 34-yard line, but that could all change.
It's changed a few times here before.
When they do that, when they swap them balls in and out, sometimes it goes a couple yards. So with 5:10 remaining here in the ball game, the Cougar faithful are still here. Cowbell Nation is alive and well here, and nobody left. And I love to see it. We have everybody from political people. We have a retired race car driver in the Cowbell Nation, and everybody's still here. School teachers, everybody's still here. You gotta love that. So there goes Jimmy Benton running to the far side, scrambling, and he's still gonna lose about, he's still gonna lose several yards. Cody Myers back there.
He's going to lose about 4 on the play.
Cody Michael Myers, boy, in honor of Halloween even, back there for a tackle. That's awesome. And I'll tell you one thing, Cody Michael Myers' dad is a proud member of the Public Works team up there at Sholo Public Works. There's a handoff up the middle.
That was a direct snap there to Spencer Wilkeny, who was back there again. Pick up a 5.5.
Almost. Oh, just over the original line of scrimmage. That wind is blowing. We're starting to get some electrical sounds through. I mean, this wind is whistling. 4 minutes and 7 seconds and counting remain in the ballgame. Cougars on top, 35-0. Here comes Wilkeny back in the ballgame, the quarterback. That's why it was a direct snap, I think. Wilkeny coming here to the near side, just out of the reach of Jimmy Benton. This is the Jimmy Benton Wilkeny show here, looks like.
Yeah, but Jimmy Benton is only 5'6", so it's kind of...
Exactly right. He's not...
You got to throw over somebody that's 6 foot to get it down to a 5'6" guy. You either got to have a huge distance away from that guy, or you got to be... a spot-on lobber to get it over where you need to.
You are exactly right there. 80-mile-an-hour winds here now, or at least 79. They're looking to punt the ball. He's going to bobble, and he's going to go down right there. Cougar ball right inside the 20-yard line of the... Nope, they're going to mark it at about the 21-yard line of the Jackets. Going to be Cougar ball. 3:45 remaining in the ball game.
They've had troubles with that snap all night long to that punter. It's either been way short or way too high, and sooner or later you knew something like this was going to happen, and that's exactly what it was.
The punter tried to get a handle on it, until he just had the ball on it. Just too late. 3:45 remaining here in the ball game, and here comes the Cougar offense on the field. And we're going to have the new quarterback coming in there for Reisdorf, and we know his name.
Colton McGinnis.
Colton McGinnis in, miscue on the handoff. Colton McGinnis, a freshman, and he was handing it off to, I don't know who he's handing it off to, Herschel Walker?
12, I think. Aaron Villalba.
Villalba?
I think he was the...
No, they said Walker was I'm not real sure. I don't know who it was. I just have to play forever. They said Herschel Walker's in there. Herschel Walker is in there.
That's a loss of 3.
So here comes McInnes out as quarterback, shotgun position. Single back, gonna hand it off. That's Herschel Walker. Bebop to the outside, still on his feet. What are they going to say over there?
Say he stepped out at about the 5-yard line, so that's going to be a pickup of about 19 on that run.
Cowbell Nation alive and well. Herschel Walker doesn't know quit. He kept moving, acting like it's still in bounds over there.
Just wants to make up for that fumble.
There you go. So they're going to mark it, they're going to mark it first and goal. Just inside they're way inside the 10. Where are they at? At the 5-yard line. Hey, my eyes are watering. I can't see that far. 80-mile-an-hour winds. McGinnis, your quarterback, going to hand it off Herschel Walker, but they're all over that. Herschel got no blocking that time.
Oh, and a big little 74 and 79 were all the way in the back, along with 33. They all seemed to bust through the line there and almost took the handoff along with Walker.
Yes, they did.
So a loss of 5 on the play.
2.5 minutes remaining in the ball game and counting. Cougars on top 35-0. McInnes is back in there. Big, tall, lanky freshman. Coming out there. Herschel Walker's going to split out here to the near side. Got 2 receivers to the near side. One to the far side. Single back. There's a snap. I don't know who that one is. That's a different one. Well, that was Herschel Walker, wasn't it?
Back to the 5-yard line. Pick up a 5 on that play.
2 minutes and counting remaining here in the ball game. It's going to bring up 3rd and goal for the Cougars. That wind is getting a lot faster.
It is getting harder.
It is getting faster.
It's getting harder and colder.
Well, I just heard the scorekeeper say something up there, some update.
I got an update of, looks like Snowflake 26, Holbrook 8.
Holbrook scores. Here comes the Cougars. 1.5 minutes remaining in the ballgame. McInnes, freshman quarterback, back there with Herschel Walker. There's a snap. Going to hand it off to Walker. Still on his feet. They're going to bring him down at about the 3-yard line.
About the 3, pick up a 2.
That's going to bring up 4th down. They're saying it's on this. I don't know. I'm saying it's on about the 3.5-yard line.
It is.
Minute remaining in the ball game. Walker trying to get across the goal line here. McInnes is back out on the field, the big freshman quarterback. Got one split out to the far side, stacking them up here on the near side. There's a snap. Oh, Walker. They're going to turn the ball over on downs. Nobody blocked on that play.
Number 28, which I don't have a number 28. Do we have a number 28 on this list here? Yes, Alex Fuentes shot through the gap, was in the backfield by the handoff to Ethan Walker.
I feel sorry for Walker back there that time because
that's a loss of 4 on that play, and turn the ball over to the Yellowjackets. But
I don't know how they got back there so quick.
You know, it not like it matters because they're in a 7-yard line, and oh look, the Blue Ridge Yellowjacks come out in a spread formation.
Hey, 39 seconds remaining. I would expect nothing else. The officials are going to have a little.
I thought the referee signaled there was a timeout, but
they're going to air it out here, I think. 2 split out to the far side, 2 to the near side. Cougars going to substitute. Here comes big bad Jason Brown off the field. Jason Brown scored 3 touchdowns this evening. There's the snap, quick pass. Oh, over to Benton. Did he catch it or not? He bobbled that thing off his hands.
It went off his hands, down his shoulder pads, on his back, down his hip.
And he still almost caught it.
It's almost intercepted, too.
Incomplete. That's going to bring up 2nd and 10.
So incomplete pass on that play.
It's getting cold here, isn't it?
It is getting sharp, that is for sure.
Here comes the Jackets up to the line of scrimmage. Wilkening's the quarterback, going to hand it off up the middle. And he's going to pick up close to a 1st down.
That should be a 1st down. I think that's going to be a...
Ooh, tackled by Herschel Walker. And they better hurry if they're going to get another playoff here. Oh, they're going to stop it to move the chains. And that's going to bring up 1st and 10, 14, 13, 12. And counting here, Wilkening, shotgun. There's the snap. They're looking to air it out. No, he's going to run with it. And he's going to stumble. That's kind of the way the Jackets' night has gone right there. That's the ball game. Sholo Cougars 35, Blue Ridge Yellowjackets 0. We're going to go back to the studio for a 1 minute, let's go for a 2-minute timeout, and we're going to come back for a quick wrap-up because the winds are picking up. You've been listening to the Power 95.7 FM Game of the Week, presented by Sholo Ford.